have to eat the dream. You have to sleep the dream. You have to dream the dream. You got to touch. You have to see it when nobody else sees it. You have to feel it when it's not tangible. You have to believe it when you cannot see it. You got to be possessed with the dream. The dream.
Yeah. Any weapon formed against us shall not prosper.
Believe that right now.
Young niggas started with oozing noodles, now we eating lobster.
Believe it. I'm gonna help you eat lobster today, y'all.
As I walk through the valley with my ladder and flex, I'm the realest nigga in it, I just happen to crack. When they all thought it was finished, they was laughing at that. So I went and bought me a donut, flipped their head to the back. Fuck, new jerk, new bricks on the way now.
We're about to go. Y'all ready?
Mama told me if you fall, never stay down.
That's right, if you fall, never stay down. We're gonna talk about winning today. What up, everybody? I know that got y'all hyped. Shoot, anytime I hear ET, I get excited. All right, man, I'm glad that you're here. We're going to give it a couple minutes as this thing fills up, right? Some people, they got their clocks a couple minutes behind. Listen, you're going to want to do a couple of things here on this webinar. This ain't going to be your normal training. This is a Ryan Stewman training. I don't do these very often. And when I do it, I came to bring the value today. This isn't about selling you something. This isn't about any of that. This is about bringing value to the people when they need it the most, all right? So this is about helping you guys out. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab you a pen and some paper, not on your phone, put social media away, all that stuff, man, because I'm going to tell you, this isn't about pandering fear or none of that. This is how to prosper in times of pandemonium, right? This is how to prosper in the middle of a pandemic. This is how you focus on winning. I'm going to give you guys the game today. I'm going to help you out. Now, listen, this is going to be about 2 hours, okay? The first hour, let me pull this up here. Okay, the first hour, here's what's going to happen. The first hour, we are going to, from the beginning, there we go. The first hour, we are going to, probably hour and a half, I'm going to be teaching you guys what's up, okay? Then about the second part, maybe a half hour at the end, I'm going to do live Q&A with you guys. So get comfortable, get a pen and paper, get you some water, some bottled water. I know how some of y'all be right now. But this is going to be some really good stuff, all right? So, hey, I'm going to be skipping back and forth between the screens. So you're going to see me sometimes, and sometimes you're going to see the, that didn't work the way that I wanted it to. Sometimes you're going to see the back of my Lamborghini. Let me pull up the screen share here. Let me try that again. I don't know where the heck my, where'd it go? Sometimes this tripping, y'all seeing, let me pull up the thing here. You got to love the technical side of all of this stuff. Literally, the shit just disappeared. How's it disappear like that? All right, let me pull it back up. Good thing is I got it back up here. I got like PowerPoint. I'm not a PowerPoint master, but I got a PowerPoint. So I'm gonna show it to you guys and help you out there. So we're gonna pull it back up again. Okay, let's just try it again. Slideshow from the beginning. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Can you guys see what's on my screen there? No, y'all still see me, or y'all see the screen? Oh man, you gotta love good times. Gotta love good times. So here's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna pull it up like this to where you can just watch it in the right way here. So that computer caught the corona. You funny, man. All right, so you should be able to see the screen right now, right? You can see how to make big money. That's what we're seeing over there. All that's good. And you can see me as well. I'm gonna pull this up as well, the chat here. Okay, so you just see me. So you see the PowerPoint, right? You guys see the PowerPoint? We good, both? Okay, me and the PowerPoint. Well, I'm gonna take myself off of here so y'all ain't gotta stare at me this whole time too. So now you should just see the PowerPoint and we're good to go. All right, so what we're gonna talk about today, everybody. So just see the PowerPoint. Thank you very much, Matt Butler. We're glad that you're here. Appreciate that. All right, so what we're going to talk about today is how to make big money in times of economic uncertainty, okay? Right now, people are freaking out, okay? Listen, let me explain some stuff to you. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Some of the things, sometimes when the truth comes out, it kind of feels like salt in a wound as opposed to sugar in a spoon, okay? But this isn't here to make you feel good. I'm not going to do this to make you feel great. I'm not going to spread pandemonium and fear or none of that. I'm just going to teach you how to be certain in uncertain times, okay? And you have a choice to make right now. And here's what my real talent on this planet is. It's not sales. It's not marketing. Even though I'm good with that stuff, that's not necessarily my talent. My big talent is taking complex things that most people don't understand, things that people can't figure out, things that stress people out, things that give people anxiety, okay? You don't have audio? What in the hell? Surely you got audio, right? Okay, Brittany got audio. Y'all killing me over here, man. Y'all freaking me out. Okay, good. Thank you. All right, so back to what I was saying. But here's what I do. I make complicated things simple. But here's what happens when you make complicated things simple. You're faced with a decision to make. Okay, here's why so many people run from simplicity. When you have simplicity, you're faced with a decision to make. And it's a simple decision. And people are scared of decisions. That's why they complicate and make their life complex, is because then they've got a reason and an excuse not to make a decision. Okay, they say, oh, that's too complex for me. Oh, that's too much for me. Oh, that's too much and everything. Like, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make this stuff simple for you. But here's the catch with simplicity. Okay, when you have simplicity, you got a decision to make. Simplicity removes excuses. Simplicity removes uncertainty. And so today I'm going to remove uncertainty from your life. I'm going to teach you stuff. That's why this is going to be so long. This isn't some like typical webinar pitch, okay? This is a learning opportunity. It's going to be a very simple opportunity for you to learn some stuff that can help make you money in times of chaos, no matter what you do. This isn't a Bitcoin, a Forex, a multi-level marketing, join my party. Like, this isn't one of those things. I'm going to literally give you guys the game today. I'm going to literally I poured my heart into this. I don't do trainings like this for free. I focus on my clients, okay? I don't do trainings like this for free. I focus on my clients. I give to the Apex people. This isn't a pitch for Apex. I'm not selling Apex today. So go on and chill out with all the here we go shit, right? I'm just saying I don't do stuff like that. I think it's been over a year since the last time I did any training like that. But I know this, if I'm gonna be a hero, then I need to show up in times when people need heroes the most. And I think right now we need heroes. There's lots of uncertainty. There's lots of people out there that are scared where their next check's going to come from and everything else. And I just want to be the foundation that you can trust. I want to be the rock that you can lean on. I want to be the person that you know is certain what's going to happen. I want to be a person that you can rely on me. So I'm going to be bouncing back and forth between me and the PowerPoints and the screens and everything over here, because I'm going to go all in and show you guys everything. This is going to be a behind the scenes look at how you can do this stuff, how you can build your machine, how you can take advantage. And I don't mean this in an unethical way or anything like that. I mean how you can take advantage of a unique opportunity right now while everybody is distracted by the force of average. You have an opportunity to get laser focused and dominate. And today, what we're going to do is we're going to plant seeds. Right? We're going to plant seeds that are going to grow. And I'm going to show you how you can start planting seeds right now. And there's never been a better time to do this stuff. And again, I'm not pitching stocks. I'm not pitching Bitcoin. It's not anything weird like that. I'm just going to be straightforward with you guys. So let's get started. Okay. Look, we live in some crazy times right now. Look, I'm not telling y'all something that you don't know, right? This coronavirus pandemic is out of control. And the thing about it is, what's wild about this virus pandemic, and is the truth is, 2 weeks ago, everybody was keyboard warriors. I ain't scared of this shit. This shit don't affect me. I ain't worried about it. God's on my side. What weapon could be formed against me? All that good stuff, right? Now, all of a sudden, the government's like, well, we don't know. And times became uncertain, and people started getting scared really quick. I had some pretty brave friends 2 weeks ago that were talking about how, oh, they ain't scared of nothing. They're healthy and everything else. And guess what? Now, all of a sudden, those same people, they're worried to death, right? They're all of a sudden, they bought into conspiracy theories. They've already become agents of average. They're sending me messages talking about, oh, it's the end of times. It's not the end of times, okay? It's not the end of times. And if it is, don't you want to go out on top, right? You want to go out paralyzed by fear in the corner of your house? Or do you want to go out a king and a queen? Do you want to go out on top of the game? Do you want to go out giving it everything you have? You see, there's a story that I heard the other day by Mike Rowe. And it was about the bartender on the Titanic. You see, when he found out the boat was sinking, he didn't panic. He didn't run to the top. He grabbed the finest bottle of bourbon on the boat, and he walked up to the top, and he started throwing people overboard. And as he would throw a person overboard, he would take a swig of the bourbon. And he'd throw another person overboard. He'd take a swig of the bourbon. A few more people came to the top of the boat to help him throw people over. And he kept taking swigs of the bourbon. He was stone cold. He was calm. He was ready. He was prepared. And he threw people overboard, not into the plunging water, but into the life-preserving boats, okay? And when it came to the end, they were out of boats, and it was time for him to jump in. And this is what he did. He jumped in the water. The water was 21 degrees there, by the way. He jumped in the water. He treaded water for 3 hours. And he survived. By the time they picked everybody up, he was one of the very few survivors. It wasn't Jack like the movie. He was a bartender in there. The reason why he survived is he stayed calm and he drank. And the alcohol thinned his blood to levels that allowed him not to get hypothermia because his blood couldn't thicken, right? But the reason why that happened for him was he was calm. He did what he would always do. He was a bartender. He would drink. He did what he was always doing. He was there. He wasn't worried. He wasn't running around. He wasn't doing any of that stuff, okay? So right now, I would just urge you to stay calm. Don't freak out. Focus on being a person that thinks about solutions, okay? Focus on a person that's not worried about it. I'm not saying the virus ain't bad. I'm not saying that this isn't a big deal. I'm not saying any of that stuff, right? I'm not saying people aren't dying. I'm not saying it's not a pandemic. I'm just saying, like, there's two things that we got a choice with in life, okay? We can control things and we can't control things. Right now, it's conspiracy theory central, right? People are worried to death. Hey, the president's putting us on lockdown so he can kill us all. The Democrats plan to take over the country. The Republicans are stealing from us, right? China's going to war against us. We're bombing Iran. Like, all these things, like, dude, those are distractions, okay? Those are things that we can't control. I'm not a general in the Army. You're not a general in the Army, okay? We don't run the government. Okay, we're just citizens, man. We're noble, normal citizens. So the things that we can and can't control, we have to make a decision. Here's what we can control, and here's what we can't control. We can't control the conspiracy theories, but we can control the way that we think about the conspiracy theories that are thrown our way. We can't control the government, but we can control how we react to what the government's doing. We can't control the virus, but we can control how we react to what the virus is doing, okay? Right now, people are locked down in their homes. I would just encourage you right now, if you're locked down in your homes, look at the bonuses, right? Some of you wish you could go home early, and now you're home early, and you're bitching about it. Think about that for a second. Some of you have been wanting to go home from work and not have to work for years. And now you get to go home from work, you don't have to work, and you're fucking bitching about it, okay? Some of you wish you could get locked up with your old lady or your old man for a little while. Some of you have been dying to get locked up in a house. I love being locked up with Amy. I'm telling you. Right? We got to look on the bright side of everything. Okay? That's what the G code is all about. And this ain't about the G code either. I'll get into that and teach you on it. But this is an opportunity for you to think differently. That's what I'm the master at, is rewiring people's mindsets. Okay? So right now we're locked down in our homes, right? Our kids are out of school. You know, like, people are complaining, oh, my kids aren't in school. Listen, my kids go to private school. Costs me $30,000 a year, put kids in school. Okay? I don't say that to brag. I'm just saying that some of y'all got school for free, and I'm heavily invested in school. Okay. Guess what our school did? They gave us webinars to do at home with the kids. You know what my wife did? My wife's an amazing woman. Amy Stewman is an amazing, beautiful, talented specimen of a human being. I wish I could be more like her. Okay, let me tell you about what my wife did. She didn't panic. She didn't bitch. She didn't say, oh, this screws up my yoga classes. This screws up the things that I have to do around the house and the things that I have to handle in my business on a daily basis. She went on Amazon and she ordered workbooks for our kids. She said, if I'm going to be home and they're going to be learning, they might as well learn from the best, and they might as well spend all this time learning. I got workbooks for them to do. I got things off of Amazon to help them learn. I got fun learning books to make our kids even smarter, because we're going to make the most of this time. You see, while some people have, like, they wish they get to spend more time with their kids, and now they're spending more time with their kids, and now they're going to fight with their spouse. They're going to yell at their kids, and they're going to be freaked out with fear. I'm telling you, this is our opportunity. This is our opportunity to get closer to those we love the best. Now, listen, I understand this. Some of y'all might be fighting with your spouses and even considering divorce for the last 6 months before any of this even happened. This is an opportunity for you to be grateful that you are married. It's an opportunity to be grateful that you do have kids. It's an opportunity for you to draw closer to those who love you. It's an opportunity for you to get love more than you've ever had before. But if you're worried about fear, if you're falling for the gimmicks of the panic, if you're falling victim to the force of average, none of those things are going to happen to you. So in crazy times, You get to have certainty in your life if you do it right. And that's part of what I'm going to teach today, a small part, but it's a part, right? This is also a massive advantage for you that are in business, right? Whether you have a job or you don't have a job, whether you're self-employed, whether you're a CEO, an executive, whatever the case, this is a massive advantage for you right now, because we can agree that when people are worried about stuff, they're glued to the screen. They're watching Facebook, they're watching CNN, they're watching Fox News, right? They're checking what their friends are doing on social media. They're trying to see who's got the virus and who doesn't, where the next outbreak is, what the government's going to do, what the president's going to do, what the CDC is going to do, right? So think about that for a minute. People are glued to the screens, okay? So if they're glued to the screens, they're also afraid to meet in person, right? Like our Amazon guy came and dropped off some supplies to our house last night. He was wearing a mask, man, in case we answered the door. Right? People are afraid. In Texas right now, you show up on some people's lawn, they don't know if you got the virus or not. You try to knock their door, they might put a gun on you. Get off my yard, right? People are scared to death. My office, I'm in the same office building as YouTube, Google, Hilton. I'm in a massive office complex in North Dallas. This place is empty. They're talking about shutting the kitchen down tomorrow because nobody's eating. Hilton can't even work here. Why? Because they got 610 employees. Here's a bigger thing. Hilton can't work here because they got 610 employees. And guess what? The state of New York just said that you can't have, if you have over 100 employees, you can't have more than 50% of your workforce required to come into the office. Okay. People are afraid to meet in person. It's a good thing. We're trying to control the virus, but it's the same thing. Like right now, those of you that rely on B2B and stop in and pop buys and door to door and stuff, like, dude, people are afraid to meet in person. Do you have a plan for that? Okay. I do. I'm gonna help you out. The other thing is people are social distancing. That's like the buzzword right now. Okay. I was just downstairs when we've been in this building for 3 years. Next month on April 11th, it'll be our 3rd year in here. And for 3 years we've been here. When we first moved into the building, we're all like short sleeve black shirts. That's our company attire. Short sleeve black t-shirts with tattoos. And that seems to be our company attire too. You must have a tattoo to work here. But anyway, like the security guards didn't really like us. They thought we were the movers, and then we just kind of stuck around. So like, who the hell are these guys, right? And so I made friends through that. I always try to make, in times of turmoil, I always try to make friends and stuff. And here's what happens. Like I became friends with a security guard. So I was just downstairs earlier today. I walked in, the head of security was standing downstairs, and he said, "Hey man, how are you guys faring? How's your business going?" I said, "Dude, we're thriving. It's awesome." He goes, "What, dude? Everybody else is panicked around here." But he wouldn't come within 6 feet of me. He wouldn't do it. And you know why? Because of the social distancing. He's scared. What if I'm sick? What if he's sick? Right? This is a guy I used to give dap, elbow bumps, hugs, shit like that. We got a good relationship, but now we're keeping our distance from each other. Right now I see the people every day that I see, and dude, here's what we do. We elbow bump, or we just wave or whatever, right? People are keeping their distance. So they're glued to the screens. They're afraid to meet in person. They're staying away from each other. And then here's what's happening. Your competition that hasn't been doing what I'm about to teach you to do is worried to death. Dude, like I'm just gonna be real with you guys, okay? There was a person, they hit me up on Monday, and he's like, "Dude, my whole business is falling apart." I said, "Bro, like the virus has only been going around for like 6 days. Like at Monday, we weren't even on lockdown yet, right? It was just something that might happen. It happened in San Francisco." It's like, "Dude, my whole business is falling apart." I'm like, wait, you're worried about the wrong thing. Stop worrying about your business falling apart. Start worried about how you can put it together. Right? You need to have a plan. Do you not have a plan for uncertain times? No, man. I've been spending money on this, that, and the other. My wife, she's mad because we're not able to spend money right now. What, dude? It's only been a week. I get it. If you own a hotel, right? Things are probably pretty tough because you rely on all those rooms being occupied, right? If you got a casino, I get it, man. Things are tough because you rely on ripping people off for a living, right? Just telling the truth here. Okay. But like most of us, we're doing everyday jobs that still need to be done, and we're worried because we're getting fear-mongered by people who are supposed to protect us, aka the government and the media, okay? But your competition is worried. They're worried to death, but you don't have to be worried. Lean on Uncle Stewman today. I'm going to give you some certainty. Certainty will keep you from worrying, okay? But on top of that, everybody's distracted. This is what working from home looks like. You're supposed to be doing paperwork on the computer. You're surfing Facebook. You're surfing Twitter. You're seeing what President Trump tweeted out. You're seeing what the CDC says. You're seeing what's going on in Wuhan, right? You see all these things, like you're easily distracted. When employees and even self-employed people that don't work from home, right? When you're stuck at home, you're easily distracted, right? Let's say you're doing some work and you're on your laptop. What happens, right? You got the TV on in the background. You're listening to the radio in the background. The radio interrupts. We interrupt this broadcast to let you know one more person is sick, right? And dude, it like freaks people out. Everyone starts getting distracted. Okay, right? You have an opportunity that when, like Warren Buffett says it best, when people are fearful, be greedy. And when people are greedy, be fearful. For the last 5-6 years in the stock market, people have been greedy as hell, and Warren Buffett's been sitting on cash. Now, all of a sudden, as soon as it hits the right point, Warren Buffett will make billions and billions, if not hundreds of billions of dollars for Berkshire shareholders like myself. I'm a Berkshire shareholder, because he was focused on being fearful while everybody else was greedy. Okay. Your competition's being worried. So you get an opportunity to be certain when everybody else is fearful, right? While everybody else is distracted, you get an opportunity to be focused. You see what I'm doing here, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm rewiring the way that you're thinking about this whole thing. I'm rewiring the way that you're worried about this whole thing. I want you to have some stability, and I'm going to give you the stability in this training today, okay? So while they're distracted and stepping down and running all over the place, you can step up. All it takes is a little focus. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to focus on some areas today that'll help you out. I'm going to teach you what to focus on, what to look for, what to know. This isn't about conspiracy theories. This isn't about any of that stuff. This is how to help you make the most of this complicated time, okay? So while they're distracted, you can step up. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I've made money in down times. In 2008, I was released from federal prison. For those of you that don't know that about me, I was convicted of a crime that's not even illegal anymore. It would be the equivalent of getting arrested for selling pot in California 15 years ago, and now it's legal everywhere. I was arrested for having a gun that traveled across state lines that had a maximum capacity clip of 17 rounds. And at the time, Bill Clinton had passed something called the Brady Bill, which allowed guns to only have 10 rounds. I got caught with a 17-round gun, and I ended up going to prison for it. That bill's expired. It's not even illegal anymore. It's not even a crime, but it is what it is. But when I got out of prison, let me just tell you, while I was in prison, we were contained. Okay. What I mean by contained is the only news that we could get came from the TVs. It came from magazines, and it came from print media like the newspaper. Okay. So we didn't have smart people like myself and webinars and trainings and shit to help give us like help. All we could rely on was the fear mongering all these publications did. So for 2 years, a year and a half while I was in there, all I heard was the mortgage market's falling apart. The mortgage market's falling apart. People are dying. People are killing themselves. Mortgages are eating people's breakfast, all this stuff. So when I got out, that was all I knew. So I was scared to death. But that was all I knew. I knew two things: how to wash cars and how to do mortgages. And I knew cars, you know, hell, worst case scenario, if I even failed at mortgages, I could make more money than washing cars, right? So I got out, I got a job in the mortgage industry, 2008, 9, and 10, and I dominated while everybody else was panicked, right? See, what happened was, just like Warren Buffett said, there was this subprime mortgage market and everybody got greedy. And as soon as they got greedy, the market collapsed. And then everybody got fearful and they disappeared. And that was when I got greedy. People would leave the mortgage business and I'd say, hey man, what you gonna do with your referrals? Hey man, what are you gonna do with your book of business? Oh, I don't know, man. I'm gonna go sell roofs. I'm gonna go be a plumber. Oh man, I'm gonna go take a job with Harold down in HR. I'd say, well, man, let me get your leads. If you're not gonna do nothing with them, just like turn over your book of business to me. I'll take care of them. You can trust me. Oh, you're crazy for staying in the mortgage business. You can have it, right? And so for me, that was a time where, man, I was making crazy money. Matter of fact, 2009, I made about $300,000. Okay, most people couldn't make $5 that year, but I made $300,000. I remember walking into a friend of mine. He just bought this house in like 2007. Okay. And I remember getting out in 2008, right before the mortgage market collapsed, and going into his house and thinking, man, you know, I've been a millionaire since 2005. And I'm like, dude, I'm thinking to myself, this dude has like a $30,000 theater room. His wife's wearing a $40,000 wedding ring. He's driving a brand new Corvette and Infiniti. And here I am living in a $110,000 house in a van down by the river. Like, dead serious, right? I'm making massive amounts of money and I'm living like I'm broke as hell. And this guy's he's making about $80,000 a year and he looks rich as all get out. Well, as soon as 2009 hit and he couldn't make any money, he had to file bankruptcy, ended up getting a divorce, ended up getting a DWI because he started drinking himself to death, right? Because he wasn't prepared for hard times. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare you for hard times. I don't think we're about to hit hard times because I'm a very opportunistic, optimistic individual. And look, I've been through hard times. That's why they call me hardcore, because I've survived hardcore hard times. Okay. But I can tell you, I made money in down times. So while everybody else was panicking and filing bankruptcy, I was living smart. Right now, you might see me as the guy that has the fancy office and the Rolls Royce and Lamborghini and big expensive house and everything else. What you don't understand is all the work. I still live on about 10% of my income. Literally, I live on 10% of my income. Okay. Not that I don't have the rest of my income. It's that I've been smart with it, right? I put it into investments. I own millions of dollars worth of real estate. I have millions of dollars worth of investments from the stock market, which might be $500,000 right now, in all fairness. But I have investments in electricity futures. I have investments where I sit on the board of many companies that I've given loans to. I own several companies that I've put money into that are growing. I have software, all these things, right? Because I understand it's not about going out and getting fancy cars. I was a millionaire multiple times over before I bought my first exotic car. It was this was in 2017. I got it for my birthday. I got a 2012 McLaren 12C. I bought it for $130,000. I drove it for about 18 months and sold it for $126,000. It literally cost me less to drive that car and look cool and go fast and everything else than it costs a lot of you right now to lease a Honda Accord. Okay. And I'm not hating on Honda Accords. I'm just saying I'm that good with money. I traded that one for a McLaren 570. When I got the McLaren 570, I drove it for 2 years. It cost me less than $1,000 a month to drive that car. Okay. So think about that for a second, right? Just be smart with money. And if you haven't been smart with money, fine. You're going to get an opportunity today to be smart with money. You're going to get an opportunity to learn how to be smart with your money. Okay. In 2011, another downtime in the auto industry, the auto companies were all getting bailed out, GM, Toyota, and everything else. Okay. I went and sold cars. I was an entrepreneur. I wasn't working in the mortgage business anymore. My ex-wife, my oldest son's mom, she was pregnant. We couldn't get insurance because I was an entrepreneur, solopreneur. So I went and took a corporate job selling cars. Everybody else is, oh man, car industry's falling apart. The car industry's dying. Nobody can make any money. 2011, dude, I was selling 30, 40 cars a month. I was selling so many cars, I had to split most of my deals because I couldn't keep up with the customers. Why? Because I know what to do in hard times. Hard times, a little hard work goes a long way. Okay. But not today, what you're going to learn and what this means for you is I'm going to teach you how to get ahead of all the people that are naysayers, all the henny pennies that the sky's falling, all the people that are telling you it's the end of the world and we're all going to die. We're going to go to war here. We're all going to get contained here. And the travel ban is going to keep us from, but dude, I'm going to tell you how while they're focused on that, what you need to focus on. Okay. Number one thing that you need to focus on is that if people are going to be home, they're going to be distracted and they're going to be glued to the screen. Okay. They're going to be watching their phone, just like this lady right here. They're going to be watching social media. They're going to be watching TV. So if they're going to be glued to the screen, don't you think that you need to be on the screen? Don't you think that's a good idea? Okay, some of y'all ain't even posting on Facebook. And then when you post on Facebook, you say some conspiracy theory shit because you're doing it for likes. Okay, listen, there's good engagement and bad engagement. There was just a Rewire episode launched 2 days ago on Monday that was not all attention is good attention. I know Cardone and those guys say any attention is good attention. I don't agree with that, okay? Let me give you an example. I have a female friend who is one hell of an influencer. I mean, she has a huge following. About a year ago, she hits me up and she says, you know, when I post pictures of my ass in a thong, I get 1 million likes. When I post pictures of me working out, I get like 100. I don't know what the deal is. And she said, but I'm trying to push my protein powders. I'm trying to push all these things. And I said, well, listen, better to have 100 people that buy your stuff for the right reasons and follow you for the right reasons than to have 1 million that are just watching your ass. Okay, because watching your ass doesn't make you any money. Watching your ass gets you attention, but it's not the attention you want. Then you feel like an object. Then you feel like you're not doing your point. You're not living your purpose. And so I'm telling you guys that this is an opportunity to be glued to the screen, but you got to be able to share the right stuff. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to show you my screen and teach you this stuff, okay? Somebody right here says, Ryan, with all due respect, could we get to the real stuff, please? Hey, you're more than welcome to leave. If this isn't for you, then you're more than welcome to leave. You know, you don't have to listen to this. That's crazy. Somebody would say something. See, that force of average got them right there. Okay. The second thing is, if people are worried in uncertain times, then you need to be the person to bring certainty. Okay. You need to be the person that shares the stuff that gives them inspiration. Okay. You need to be the person that is inspiring people, that's showing them that there's hope, that's not pandering to their fear and everything else. All right. Most people worried about toilet paper and hand sanitizer. They're worried about the wrong things. You know, first of all, like this lady's got bottled water and stuff that she's stocking up on. It comes out of the faucet. The virus isn't waterborne. If you don't like the way faucet water tastes, order a Brita. on Amazon. If you don't like the way, if you don't want to do that, like we don't have to have bottled water. I grew up without bottled water. If you don't like the way sink water tastes, then 100% go get lemons, right? Go get strawberries, go get watermelons, put it in your water, give it some flavor, drink it that way. It'll cover up the bad taste. We're good there, okay? This is a unique time to stand out for us, all right? The big thing that I'm trying to get across right here is don't be a sheep, okay? Don't fall for all this stuff, okay? Don't fall for all the negativity and all the pandering and all the pandemonium and everything else. That's not what this is about, okay? Look, you can cash in on uncertainty by creating massive awareness, okay? Now I'm going to talk to you guys about massive awareness. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to share a different screen. So give me a second as it turns black. It's not turned off, okay? So now you guys should be able to see Facebook. Is that correct? Can you guys see Facebook? Let me know. Yes, yes, yes. Is that what we're seeing? Let me pull this up. You guys see Facebook? Patience is virtue. Where are we going here? Yes. Okay, cool. So you can see Facebook. Perfect. All right, perfect. So let me show you what I've done right here. Okay. So right here, this morning, okay, I said and when I say awareness, this is how I'm bringing awareness. I'm going to read this to you. In problematic times, be a solution seekers. Winners focus on winning and only winning. Okay. I have friends who play professional sports. They don't win a game and then rest on the fact that they won. They immediately start prepping for the next game. Even after winning a championship, they focus on the next season. Losers focus on problems and taking losses. And I'm going to pause right there and tell you this story, okay? I was in Vegas last year with a friend of mine. And he says, hey, if you'll give me $10,000, there was like 4 or 5 of us. If you guys will all give me $10,000, I'll go gamble it and make you some money. So we all grabbed $20,000, went down to the table. He goes in, he starts playing cards. Within about 10 minutes, he's lost $40,000 of the $50,000 we gave him, right? The dealer sets up, flips a card. He goes, hey, guys, give me another round of money. We pulled out another round of $10,000 each. This guy says, okay, cool. He starts betting big money. All of a sudden, within about an hour, we walked out of there with $250,000. You see, he didn't focus on the fact that he lost $40,000 in 20 minutes. He knew how to win. And in order to win, sometimes you got to take a loss. And so what he did was he had the $40,000. That didn't distract him from the fact that we left there with $50,000 when we started with 20. So I just want to put that in perspective for you, okay? So don't focus on the struggle. Focus on the solution to the struggle. And now look, here's what I do. Okay, and we'll get back to this in a few minutes, but here's what I do in the how to do this in the way that I'm doing it, okay? Think about this. Get a mask, rubber gloves, Lysol, drive for Uber. Don't touch anyone, spray the car after every rider. If they get in and cough, kick their ass out. Being funny, right? I'm bringing a little entertainment, a little edutainment here. If you worked in a bar or restaurant, go get a job in online sales. There's tons of internet marketing agencies that need salespeople and tech staff. They'll train you. Number 3, if you have a business that's on hold, now's the time to get a small business administration loan before it's too late, or you can get an MCA loan to hold you over. Merchant Cash Advance works like this. They look at how many charges you had last month. And so this month, if you're starting to slow down, then you give them the paperwork from last month and they only charge you as you have incoming things being charged, okay? So this is a real big deal for you guys if you need it. Okay, walk people's dogs. Go door to door and offer to walk dogs, or put an ad on Craigslist offering to do what others won't. Find cheap things on eBay and then flip them for profit on Facebook and Craigslist. Go work in commercial landscape. Get a job in the ER or with the city. Right now, cities are burdened. They need people to reply to emails and answer the phones for them. Right now, if you're stuck at home with no job, nothing to do, learn how to apply for grants. You can get free money from the government. Make the most of your time, okay? Get a job at the grocery store in the nighttime, working as a stalker. They need help right now. Right now, Amazon's hiring 10,000 people in North Texas alone. Go get a job delivered for Amazon. You don't even have to see anybody. Ring a doorbell, drop some shit off, you're good, right? So I'm offering solutions right now. That's what I'm saying by creating massive awareness and certainty, okay? And we'll get back to my post and how to write them and stuff here shortly, all right? So don't panic about that. I'm gonna help you guys out when it comes to that. I'm gonna teach you how to do that stuff. So now let me know that you guys can see the PowerPoint again. Can you guys see the PowerPoint? Yes, perfect. PowerPoint, yes, yes, yes. No, no, oh, nope, hold on. 1 second here. Now can you see the PowerPoint? Let me know if you can see the PowerPoint now. So looks like we can. I'm hoping that says yes. Okay, perfect. Sorry. Bouncing back and forth sometimes gets a little complicated, okay? So the next thing you know, right now, one of the ways that you can create massive awareness is giving to charities. You know, at the end of this, I'm going to talk to you guys about giving to charity. I think that's a big thing right now. I had a client that I was on the phone with earlier today, and he says, dude, we are killing it right now. We are absolutely crushing it right this minute. And I was like, dude, congratulations, man. He's like, dude, we are crushing it. And I said, well, here's what you can do right now in times of abundance in your life. You can give to people that are living in lack. And he said, what do you mean? I said, now's your opportunity to go find a local charity and go give $10, $15, $20, $50,000. He makes a lot of money, so that's not that much to him. I said, go give them $10, $15, $20,000, get the news to write an article about it, get them to follow you there, and show them how your company is leading an abundant thinking mentality in times of uncertainty. Right now, you might be able to give $500 to a charity, and you might be able to raise awareness for a charity on Facebook. Facebook will allow you to do that. There's kids that are getting beat right now. There's people all over the world that are starving. And you have an opportunity to help them out. And here's the cool thing. In Jewish culture, I'm not Jewish. Low Energy Robert is. If you listen to the Hardcore Closer podcast, Low Energy Robert is Jewish. And he always says he's a bad example of a Jew, but he is Jewish. But in Jewish culture, they believe you're only as rich as you can give, right? So if you're sitting on a bunch of money right now and you're scared of it, then you're not really rich. You know what I mean? If you're sitting on a bunch of money right now and you're scared to give any of it, you're not really rich. Here's the reason why churches tell you to tithe. And I'm not here to pitch church or anything like that, but it's not about God and the Bible. Okay, let's just take that off of the record here. When you give, you are rewiring your subconscious brain to think abundantly that you will get more, right? When you give without expectation, truthfully, that's what tithing is. And giving to charity is tithing. When you give to a food bank, when you give to a charity, when you give to a church, you are showing your subconscious that you are not fearful that you won't get that back. You're believing in faith that it will return to you because you have ability, all right? So you have to understand that, right? So right now is a perfect time to give and prove to your subconscious and prove to others around you that you're certainty and you bring certainty in times of uncertainty. Okay, this gives you an opportunity to be a part of the solution and not the problem. Okay, everybody else is focused on problems like losers. This is an opportunity for you to focus on solutions because that's what winners do. All right, and the last thing, and then we're going to get into the nitty gritty of this stuff, but I got to preference all this because some of you know it, some of you don't. I told you this was going to be 2 hours because I want to be very thorough with you. Don't pander to fear. Okay, don't talk about the President Clinton and how the world's coming to an end. Don't fall for that and don't pander to it. Don't share conspiracy theory stuff. Don't go on Facebook and try to get a bunch of likes because all you're going to do is piss people off. So I've got a friend, a dear friend, many of you know him, and he goes on political rants pretty often. And when he goes on these political rants, he gets like thousands and thousands and thousands of likes. And then when he puts a picture of him and his girlfriend or him and his kids or him working out or whatever, it doesn't hardly get any engagement whatsoever. But he keeps having to go back to the political rants to keep his engagement up. But half of the comments hate the guy, right? Half of the comments are talking crap about him. And then sometimes when he posts pictures of him and his kids, the people that hated him on the political post will start talking shit about his kids, right? Like, dude, that's not a way that I want to live my life. I want to be surrounded by, I'd rather have 5 positive people in my life than 5 million people that drove me nuts. That's just how I operate, okay? So let me show you this. Just the other day, doing what I'm teaching you right now, okay? Whether you think I'm teaching you or not, I'm teaching you. Doing what I'm teaching you right now, just on Saturday, 4 days ago, and I'm going to show you exactly how I did it here in just 1 second. I got over, it's at this point, it's over. When I made the PowerPoint a few days ago, it was $2 million in business referrals from about 30 seconds worth of work, okay? I made a post offering financial support, okay? So let me show you this real quick. Go back and forth. Okay. So let me know if you can see Facebook right now. Okay. Can you guys see Facebook? Facebook's good. Okay, perfect. So right here, I made this post. Look, it's not very long. It didn't take nothing to it. Okay. It says the best thing you can do right now is keep buying things. This is on Saturday. Look, it's timestamped 4 days ago. The economy will pick back up. Things will be okay. But worrying shows a scarcity mentality. Be an abundant thinker and have some faith. If you're worried you'll need more money, I suggest refinancing your mortgage. Rates are low. Money is easy to borrow. Homes still have equity. Do it now before the panic is over and rates go up again. I'm not in mortgages anymore. I literally make no money from this, okay? I'm just offering the people something that's good. I'm not in mortgages anymore, but if you need someone, I have several suggestions for referrals. I don't get paid referral money, affiliate, nothing like that. This is just me being the goodness of my heart, okay? Shoot me a DM though, and I'll ask you a few questions and point you to a reputable loan officer who can help you. Refi, skip a month's payment, lower your monthly payment, even get some cash out. Let me know. I'm here to help. Look at this. This has got 161 engagements, 48 comments and 3 shares. Now, you might think, well, it's because you have a big, massive following, right? That's not. It's not. The way that I got a big, massive following is by offering information like this, that's selfless information. People would hit me up in the DM. I'd ask them a couple questions like, how much is your house? What's your credit like? What state are you in? And I would turn them into people that I knew that were good loan officers, people that I would trust to do my loan. Okay, that's all it took. It took me about 30 seconds to make this post, and the loan officers will probably make $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in profit, which is the beautiful thing about this, because let me go back here to the PowerPoint. Let me know when you guys can see the PowerPoint. Let me know that you can see the PowerPoint, if you would. We back on the PowerPoint. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. I'm getting better at it, right? So I got DMs wanting a connection. They were saying, hey, hey, hook me up with a reputable loan officer. I trust you, Ryan. Why? Because I bring certainty in uncertain times, okay? And then I help the people and the client. Think about this. It was a total win-win situation, and they made profit from it, okay? Some people got money out of their houses, right? The people got to skip a month's payment. Maybe they got a lower payment. The loan officer got a commission, right? And I felt good. I won as well because I felt good because I actually got to help people. Right? Like I actually got to be the person that helps folks. Okay. Like that's how you have to think right now. It's not a, hey man, if I send you a referral for mortgages, can you kick me back $1,000? Dude, I sent over $2 million in business from a 30-second post to people just to help the community out. And you might say again, Ryan, that's because you have all this social influence. I'm showing you how I've gained the social influence, right? It's not by pandering to fear. It's not by talking shit to people. It's by offering people help. Okay. So I'm going to teach you how you can do the same, how to structure a post. All right. So let's skip back over to Facebook. We're going back and forth here because I told you guys it was going to be like that in the beginning. So let me know when you can see Facebook again. I appreciate you guys engaging and keeping me posted up on this. Perfect. Perfect. We're seeing Facebook. All right. So let me show you something here. Okay. Let me show you something, as Fire Marshal Bill would always say. Okay. When you're scrolling down the Facebook newsfeed and you see this right here, okay, this says see more. All right. Obviously it says see more, but here's the reason why I write things the way that I do. If you were to look at an email, okay, an email, you have a subject line. The idea behind an email subject line is to get you to open the email, right? Because emails, they look like this. Okay. So if we go over here to my email, you can see my Gmail right now. If we open this, right, emails look like this. So you decide what you're going to open over there. Okay. And so the same thing is when you go to Facebook, this is like clicking an email, and it's not McCoy. He's answering the questions for everybody. Chris is on my team. He's not the one saying that stuff. But the thing is, when you go to Facebook and you click see more, that's called invisible engagement. Okay, that's invisible engagement. Okay, when they click more, Facebook automatically sends a message to the algorithm saying, oh, hey, people are engaging on this. When they click see more and then they hit the like button or they leave a comment, that's more engagement. The more engagement, the more Facebook will show your post to other people. If you look at how I run my stuff, everything has see more. And look, this is only a few words right here. This isn't very long, but notice how I made it long enough to where you had to see more, because that starts getting people engaged with the post. All right. Right here, again, in problematic times, be a solution seeker, blah, blah, blah. See more. Then people spend time reading this. I'm trying to get them to click see more. That's just like getting somebody to see a subject line to click to read the body of an email. All right, but here's the second invisible weight that you guys don't know about, invisible engagement. The weight and engagement are the same. The invisible engagement, the time in the box, just like guys that have women that you're with, the time in the box counts, gentlemen. Right? That's a sex joke. You guys will like that. The time in the box counts. All right. Like the longer that they're sitting here reading and scrolling on their phone, on their desktop, the more engaging it is. And so what happens in right here, Brian Christian says, how do you create see more on the post? You just write enough content. Okay. Instead of saying, hey, how y'all doing out there? Y'all surviving? Right. You got to write enough content to where they have to click to see the rest of the content. That's all it is. Facebook automatically adds that. So if you're looking at it, we'll pop back up real quick. If you're looking at it, that would be the equivalent of 1, 2, 3, 4, roughly 5 lines. So you need to write 5 lines of copy to get people to click see more. Okay. So we can just break that down. Nobody does my copywriting. I write my own stuff. Matter of fact, Billy Jean called me last week. He said, bro, I got 5 minutes. I just want to tell you, you're the best copywriter I've ever seen in my life. I try not to read your posts, but I can't quit reading your posts. I like your posts that much. Billy Jean is one of the greatest guys out there. I write everything myself, Carlos, but I appreciate you asking that. I reply to all my DMs, write my own stuff, okay? Again, when they click see more and they spend time in the box. See, now here's the catch. This only has 60 because a lot of people don't know what the hell an OB tampon is, right? Because I like to engage with comedies too. I'm really missing my calling there. But the reason why is because they're not spending as much time in the box here, okay? Because it's not as much to read. As soon as you click see more, there was only 2 more lines that open up. Look at this. This has 181 comments because once they click it up, there's quite a bit to read right here, all right? If we go down here, that's my wife and I from last night. Again, click see more. There's a little bit to read. Now, look at the correlation here, guys. Okay, the more stuff there is to read, for example, on this one, the more likes there gets, the more engagement there is. Why? Because Facebook's feeding this to more people because people are spending more time in the box. Facebook likes it like your old lady likes it, okay? More time in the box, all right? There's my old lady, all of her beauty with her glass of wine. Okay, this one's got less content, so it's less time in the box, so only got 113 likes. Okay, so like just so that you can see all of this, okay? Right here. Boom. This action is just people, they were happy, right? Everybody's complaining about everything else, but notice it's only 5 lines, but it's still a see more in there because it's just enough. Notice that's like, y'all don't pay attention to the trends, but notice this is how I'm getting the engagement. This is how I'm writing. Now, here's the thing, okay? So I'm gonna take this back, okay, over here and show you the PowerPoint again. Show me the PowerPoint. So let me know that you guys can see the PowerPoint. We're getting better at this. PowerPoint up, PowerPoint, perfect. All right, so here's the thing about this, okay? You might suck at writing. You might be like, dude, I can't write. Ryan, you're a good copywriter. Dude, I have an 8th grade education. In the beginning, I couldn't write either. And here's the beautiful thing. In the beginning, when you start writing, nobody's reading your shit anyway, so as you get better, you improve. See, here's what most people do. They go, oh, I'm not good at it, so I quit. I'm not good at it, so I'm not even gonna try. You think that like LeBron James got good at basketball because the first time he picked up a basketball, he slam dunked it or made a free throw or whatever? Hell no. He's been shooting free throws in the gym after he's a cleaner. He's been shooting free throws in the gym forever. Same with Michael Jordan, same with Kobe Bryant, right? Like, so you practice things, you get better. Matter of fact, if you just read that post that I put up in 2011, when I started doing my podcast, nobody listened to me. But now there's 3 million people that listen to me. It's not because partly it's over time, and partly because if you think LeBron just was good at basketball just from the get-go, you crazy. But you think like you don't get to the NBA just because you're good. He practiced. He put in the work, man. That's foolish thinking, Brian Hall. But listen to this. I kept practicing writing. I kept practicing my podcast to the point where I got good. And when I got good, people started listening. But people weren't listening when I wasn't good. But if I stuck to it, that's called a power move. I did it long enough to get good at it. And then when I got good at it, people started showing up. And when I got better at it, they started sharing it with their friends to the point to where I went from nobody listening to my stuff to having 3 million people a month listen to my stuff. And all it did was it just took practice. I didn't start out good at any of this. I didn't start out good at training, webinars, videos, writing. I had to do the work. That's what I keep telling you guys. There's no shortcut. There's no secret hacks and tricks that all these people keep trying to sell you, all right? So the next thing, though, that you need is to capture information, okay? So I got you here on this training because I captured your information. So again, let me show you how that's done. It's a very simple process, okay? So let me go back over here. Let me know that you can see Facebook. That's what we should be looking at now. Okay, perfect. Hey, I'm getting pretty good at this, you guys. Okay, so look at this. This is how you capture information. All right, so let me go back up here. I stick to the G code. I stick to the formula. They click see more. They read the post. At the bottom, there's a link. Now, here's the thing about links. Check this out. If you go right here, it will hit a preview. Okay, so what I do is I get rid of that preview, and then I write a bunch of long copy on top of it. Because then they're going to have to hit see more before they realize that I've got something coming for them. Okay, you guys getting this? They're going to have to hit see more. So think about this. If you just looked at this and you're like, immediately you saw a preview and a link, you're like, oh shit, he's advertising something. We call that hiding the salesman. Okay, you want to engage them and give them information until they get an opportunity to make a decision whether they want to sign up or not. All right, that's called hiding the salesman. Okay, now again, let me show you because I want to be very clear on how this works. You make the post right here. What's he got going on at 4 p.m.? Oh, okay. But had that been a link that said, hey, sign up for my webinar from the get-go, like this right here, had it looked like this from the get-go, people have been like, oh, shit, I ain't blah, 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 right? Because that's how people think, okay? So you have to be strategic when you're doing this stuff, right? It's not about being smart. It's very simple. You just have to be strategic, okay? Guys, I'm teaching you how to do this, right? And so back to the point here. Now people read this and they make a decision to go over here and say, okay, what's this about? And again, I got some words on a page right here and they can give me their information. Now, let me talk to you about this information. This right here is called data. Now, right here is The Economist, okay? This is theeconomist.com. This is this is made May 6, 2017. Okay, so this is dated. So it's even more valuable today than it was back then. But read this. The world's most valuable resource is no longer oil, but data. So I have a client, Jeff Ducharme. He's a business broker, all right? And so here's the deal with Jeff. He had a lady call him in the other day. She said, I want to sell my business. She has a cake baking business in Nebraska that does very well. She's very well-to-do lady. She's been in the business for like 50 years, and it's time for her to retire. And he says, awesome. You know, you bake cakes. Here's your recipes. Awesome. Do you have a client list? And she says, no, I don't have a client list. And he goes, well, if you don't have data, a client list, AKA a client list, right? Because you got to be able to collect information to be able to communicate with people. If you don't have a client list and you're not working here anymore, why would people want to buy from you? Yeah, oil isn't very valuable right now. But like, why would people want to buy from you? And she's like, well, I've always worked on referrals. I never thought about asking them for their information. There's a reason why when you go to the grocery store, they say, if you'll give us your phone number and your email address, we'll give you a discount. There's a reason why when you go to the gas station, they say, we give us name and phone number and email address, we'll give you a discount. When you go buy Express or Nordstrom or any retail place, even Amazon, right? Like all these places want your information so they can market to you. You have to capture that information, okay? If you're not capturing information right now, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna take you guys back over to the PowerPoint. If you're not capturing information right now while everybody is hiding and you are going face-to-face and dealing with people face-to-face and everything, you can see the PowerPoint, right? We good? PowerPoint? Yes, perfect. So while everybody is going face-to-face and living on referrals and not keeping a database, if they're not in front of your face, then guess what happens? All of a sudden, you can't get in touch with them. Now, listen, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is right now. So we're going to plant those seeds right now. If you're not already capturing data, it's not too late. Because listen, there's 1,500 people signed up for this webinar. There's probably, I don't know, 6 or 7. I can't see the number. There's 600 or 700 of you on here right now. Think about like, dude, half the battle's showing up. Half the people that signed up didn't even show up. Think about it. Your competition may already know to capture information. They're not doing it. And here's the beautiful thing about life. There's nothing to it but to do it. Okay, and I'm not about to sell you phone sites. That's not what this is about right this minute, but I'm going to show you something of how easy it is to capture data, all right? Again, I'm not here to sell you phone sites. That's not what this is about, but I'm going to show you how you can capture data really easy. I'm going to show you how to set up a phone site. So y'all can see The Economist again, correct? Okay, perfect. All right, perfect. So we can go over here to phone sites. This is my dashboard. Okay, once you sign up for phone sites, first of all, it's free. Right? You can sign up for 14 days for free. So by the time that you do some of the things that I'm going to tell you, you might even already made a sale for it and it never even cost you a dime. Okay. But again, I'm not here to sell you phone sites. That's not what this is about. I'm just going to show you because this is the easiest thing. And even if you don't have a computer, everything that I'm about to show you can be done from your phone without an app or anything. Okay. So listen, first thing you got a choice, a blank website or a template directory. If you go to the template directly, we've already made templates for you. Real estate dream home template, finance, credit analysis lander, fitness people, one page, auto people, real estate people, fitness people, affiliate marketing people, chiropractors, raffle tickets, homes bought, miscellaneous digital marketing agencies, tattoo artists, raffles, home buyer funnels, again, credit repair templates, roofing templates. Dude, we have a ton of templates set up for you. So like, let's just say over here, Booty Builder. That sounds awesome, doesn't it? So we go to install one page. It pulls it up for us. We click on Booty Builder. I have no idea what this even is. Oh, we picked a good one, okay? So right here, now all the copy and everything is there for us, okay? Oh, that's Rachel's page. I love it. So all the copy and everything is there for us, right? So all you would have to do if you're a female fitness pro is come in here and switch out your pictures. All you got to do is click on the picture. And if you're brand new, then you just hit upload image right here and pick a picture from your phone or your camera, right? Very simple stuff. We won't go through that for the sake of time. Pick a picture, replace it, look at this, and change the testimonial out right here. So all you got to do is go over to this side, and let's see here. We'll pull this up because it'll be easier right here. So this picture goes with this one. So you put a picture of somebody that's been in your fitness deal, and you go over here and you swap out their testimonial. Real simple, their testimonial with your words. And so that will replace this right here. Watch this. Boom. I live for fitness. See how awesome is that? Right? And then I could just switch out a word right there. All this stuff is easily done. And then if you don't like the order that things are in, you can drag and drop all this stuff into whatever order that you want it in as well. When you're done, you hit save. Here's an even cooler part is you can go over here under the follow-up tab, and we provide unlimited emails for you. So you can go over here, somebody signs up, they give you their information, you can put, right? And now all of a sudden you've got an email that comes out 3 minutes later. Boom. You can even set this out for text as well. You can set it up for minutes, hours, days. You can come down here, do the second one. So now you got one that comes out in 3 minutes. Let's say you got another one that comes out in 3 days. And you can write a whole entire sequence. You don't have to pay for another thing or anything like that. It's very simple. Now let me show you one more thing over here, okay? The other way to do it is to create a new blank website. So let me show you how easy this is. Whoops, I am struggling with this microphone in my face here. It pulls up all the magic interwebs. Your awesome headline here. Boom. So that's where that's at. And this can work for anything. So now I just go over here, click the image. I would upload one from my files here, or I could upload one from my phone or my desktop or however I'm doing this. The image, I can pick small, medium, large if I want, or for some of you that like it really big, extra large. Okay, I can come down here and I can put other images, more context. If I want to add something else, then I can add a headline, subheadline, more text, another image, a YouTube video, even space in between it, or a button, right? So you have the options. If I want to move this into a different order here, let's say I want to put it down here, right? So now the words are above the picture, so I can move those things around very simply. You can ask people for name, their phone number. I like to ask, and here's like a good hack for you, mobile phones, you can actually text them. If you want to add new fields, like, then you can add as many fields as you need. So right here, name, mobile phone, email address, other info. It's that simple to set this stuff up. And then again, just come back over here and start the follow-up. That's how simple it is to create this. And that's how easy it is to capture data in this time. Yes, you can use it for mortgage leads. You can use it for anything, right? But that's how easy it is to do this stuff. Look, you can go through here and I'll just show you behind the scenes stuff over here, okay? I'll just show you how powerful this truly is, okay? We have 3,500 people that have actually built a website, and that's not our total users. Remember, 1,509 people signed up for this webinar when I went live, and only like 700 of you are here. So we have over 6,000 users. Only 3,500 of them even used it, but those 3,500 have built almost 10 websites on average, okay? Each user, on average, these are numbers that are thrown together, are getting 101 leads per users. Our website, this company's not even 2 years old yet. We've got 10 million people that have gone to our websites, okay? We've helped people get 354,000 leads. Look, you can see it beeping in real time, people going on there. Those people that have created 34,000 funnels have created actually 43,000 pages, which means that the average user creates 9.7 websites, okay? Like, I'm just showing you guys like real behind the scenes stuff that works fast and easy to make things happen, okay? So now let's go back over here to the PowerPoint, okay? Again, I'm not here to sell you phone sites. That's not what this is about. What this is about is showing you how to capture data, okay? The next thing is, okay, businesses need these funnels. here's the cool thing right now. If you're going to be at home, you don't have a job and stuff like that. Dude, I just showed you how to do this in like 5 minutes. Okay. You guys can see the PowerPoint, correct? We hit the PowerPoint. Yep. All right. Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate that. ECB. It looks like Eric bro. Appreciate that. So businesses need this. Right now, you're sitting at home. You don't have a job. You don't have shit to do. Dude, you could be making businesses these things. So Drewby, who works on the side, he sings little funnels on the side for some of our clients. He goes and he takes his kid the other day to this karate place. Kid's been there for about 2 months. Duder's what we call his kid, right? And so check this out. Duder's in karate, and Drewby's like, dude, you know, your karate place is kind of empty. And the guy's like, yeah, you know, times are tough, blah, 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 you know, agent of average, force of average shit. And Drewby says, hey, man, well, you should use phone sites and you should create a funnel for this stuff. Let me tell you what, to hook my kid up and I'll create a funnel for you. Dude, over the weekend, this all happened within the last week. Just last weekend, that karate guy that runs the gym that was struggling got 62 brand new leads for kids that want to take karate from him, right? So think about this for a second. I want you guys just to think about this for a second. If this guy got 62 leads and the average lead's going to pay him $100 to $200 a month and he's going to close 10 of them, so he just made $600 to $1,200 off of a $47 investment, $49 a month investment, okay? What if you could sell businesses these funnels, right? Like what if you want a side hustle, 67, he says. So what if you wanted a side hustle and you could literally go into businesses and say, hey, right now, while everybody's eyes are glued to the screen, while everybody's on lockdown, you can't go meet people face to face, you can't knock doors. What if I built you a funnel and charged you only $200 for it, right? You could literally, now this is where shit gets cool. You could literally sign up to be an affiliate of phone sites. You get paid 50% of the $49 or $99 they pay a month. And you could go out and you could build a funnel just like I showed you within 5 minutes so that they can post it on Facebook. You can teach them how to do the things that I just taught you on Facebook, charge them $200, $500, $1,000. Some of our guys charge $10,000 for these funnels, right? Just depends on the business, right? But think about that. You could go out, maybe you could do that twice a weekend, and all of a sudden you're making $500, $600 on the weekend. During the week, you might be able to make $1,000, $1,500. There's people that have made millions doing that process right there with us. I know it. I've got a 2 Comma Club award from Russell Brunson on my wall because I've helped so many people do this and make money from it. This is how awesome it is, and it works for anything. Let me show you guys something, okay? Businesses need funnels, and they'll pay for them right now. They will, and I'm going to show you some shit, and you get to make money, and you get to make the business happy as well. So let me show you some stuff just in real time how you can do this, okay? You guys are going to love me long time for this, all right? Let me know that you can see, looks like you should be able to see phone sites, right? Can you guys see the phone sites dashboard? Perfect, thank you. All right, so let's do this. I tried this earlier and it worked. So we'll go back over to this. Give me the name of a business. Just like, not the name of a business, just give me an industry. I'm reading the chat right now. Just give me any industry. Okay, car industry, real estate. We got credit card marketing, car sales, solar. Okay, so the first thing that was cars, all right? Perfect, easy enough. So I'm gonna go to car dealers. Oops. Check this out in real time. Car dealerships near me, okay? Notice Facebook's offering the same thing Google does. Car dealerships near me. Okay, so we got E Auto Group, Car Connection, N Motors, Dallas Autos for Less, okay? So these people right here, let's just go to E&E Auto Group, okay? So this is E&E Auto Group. Look, they got a little bit of clout here on social media. They got 7,100 users right here. I'm going to do what I call social reconnaissance. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to look at their page. Okay. Now, listen, this guy's relying on people to at him or call his phone number. Okay. Right. He's not capturing data. Look right here. He's got an awesome video. He's not capturing data. He's got an awesome thing. He's not capturing data. All this stuff, right? None of these posts are actually capturing data. He needs to capture data. So here's what I can do. I can send him a message and say, here's the pitch, y'all. Sorry, the damn microphone is in my face. Boom. So here's how you start it off with. The first thing that you're not going to do is pitch somebody. That's where salespeople fuck up. Okay. That's where people mess up. The first thing they do is they try to pitch somebody. So it's like, hey, I found your page from a Facebook search. You have great content and videos. Boom. Okay. Now the next thing I would do, so he's got a little like bot that pops up right there. Okay. So I'm not going to go through this whole sales process right now, but let me tell you what I would do next. Okay. So let me pull this up. Now we're going to put it on my face. You guys see my face. Here's what I would do. Okay. I'm going to wait till he talks to me. If I'm selling him a funnel, I'm going to say, man, you got good videos. How are you capturing data? Well, right now people text me. Well, what do you do in hard times like right now? You go through and you text everybody or what? Well, I'm not sure exactly what I do right now. You know, right now we're struggling a little bit, or right now I'm a little worried about that. It's like, dude, here's how you get ahead of the game. Have you ever heard of phone sites? No, I never heard of phone sites. Well, look, what I can do is I can make you a funnel for like $200 that'll help you when you make these posts with your videos that people can actually click a link and give you their name, email address, and phone number. And the next time you fall on hard times, you're going to be able to send them out a mass email or a mass text message to where instead of spending all day making calls, you get to spend like 5 minutes sending one email, one text message. It'll make your life easier. You'll sell more cars, and surely you're making more than $200 off of a car. So it's like almost nothing for you to be able to pay for this, right? Then I'm going to handle their objections and everything else. Do you see how easy that is? Dude, you could do this, like you want to do it over 50 times a day, because then you'll start to get blocked by the Facebook algorithm for spamming people and DMing too many people. But if you just do this 5 or 10 times a day, get conversations started. And again, it isn't like, hey, buy my stuff. Hey, you need a funnel. None of that. It's like, hey, you have a great page with great content. Right? You want to start off by complimenting them, okay? You want to start off by complimenting them. That's how it works, okay? Now, here's the next thing. And we'll go back to the PowerPoint now. Okay, you guys can see the PowerPoint. Let me know. All right, so here's the cool thing, right? I just showed you the pitch, how to go there and compliment them, okay? And start off the conversation. Again, you want to hide the salesman, just like in the post. You had to click see more and read the whole thing before you realized it was some form of an advertisement. You want to do the same thing when you slide into DMs with people. You want to get their permission to sell them. That's why I love the phrase permission-based selling. Okay, you want to get their permission to sell to them. So if I hit the guy up and he's like, hey, thanks, man, are you looking for a car? Now all of a sudden he sort of pitched me. We get to have a conversation. Okay, you pitch me. Oh, now I get to get even. All right, think about that. Okay, and we're getting them to reach back out to us. Okay, not only are we putting funnels on our main page, and again, you don't want to, I'm going to go through the process here in a minute on how to do that. I'm going to show you here in a second. Matter of fact, let me just do that right now so there is no confusion. Let me go back over to Facebook. There's lots of skipping around over here, but it's for your own benefit. So you guys can see Facebook, right? Facebook, let me see. Good, perfect, okay? So let me show you something that we call the media marketing method, okay? And let me take my face back off Facebook here, off the video. Okay, the media marketing method works like this. If you scroll down on my page for a minute, okay, like literally none of this stuff is anything for sale. So let's just start back on March 15th. That was Sunday, okay? This is a post, nothing for sale. I'm just entertaining and educating the audience, okay? Right? This next post up, there's literally nothing to sell, right? I'm just educating the audience. This post right here, nothing for sale. I'm just entertaining and educating the audience, okay? This post right here, nothing for sale. Again, educating and entertaining the audience. So that's 4 posts, all right? So we go up to the next one. The 5th post, boom. Now I'm pitching them on something. You see, if I'm always pitching them, they're going to stop reading my shit. But even on this one, it looks like all these other ones where you have to click see more, continue reading, all that other stuff. So then they read this and they're like, oh, Stewman's helping us out. That's exactly what I'm doing, right? And so that's called the media marketing method. If you think about how the media, any media works, whether it's Google, social media, any of that stuff, here's how it works. They give you 80% content and entertainment and things that you want to read and engage with. And then they give you 20% advertisement. So for example, you watch TV, you watch about 15 minutes worth of TV, you get about 5 minutes worth of commercials. If you listen to radio, you get about 20 minutes worth of songs, and you get about 10 minutes worth of commercials. If you read a newspaper, I don't have one in here, I had a magazine in here earlier, you flip 4 or 5 pages, and then there's some advertisements. If you go on Google, the first like 3 or 4 things is an advertisement, and the rest is organic things that you're actually looking for. If you're on Facebook and you scroll the news feed, you've got 5, 10, 15 Facebook friend posts, and then an advertisement coming through. right? That's the media marketing method. That's been around since the dawn of time. It's been said that in the ancient Egyptian times, when they wrote on papyrus papers, they would write the proclamations at the top and then advertisements to come work for the Pharaoh at the last 20% of the proclamations that they sent out on papyrus paper. This process has been proven since the dawn of time. So for every 5 or 6 posts you make, you need to make 5 or 6 good posts, and not in a day, but over the course of a couple days. And you make 5 or 6 good posts and engage people and everything else. And then you make some sort of business post. Sometimes it can capture data. Sometimes it can be an opportunity for them to get you to refinance or whatever the case, right? And so think about the power behind that. That's the process that most people screw up. Most people are like, buy my stuff, somebody buy my stuff. Here's some more information. Opt into this, opt into this, opt into this. Here's this. I got this for sale. I got that for sale. Like, that doesn't work. You have to give, and then ask. Give, ask. Give, ask. That's the process that's worked across the board since the dawn of time. That's why I've got the following I've got. That's why I've built the rapport that I've built with everybody. That stuff works, okay? So let's go back to the PowerPoint here. I'm not that red in real life. I don't know why this thing always makes me look red. I guess it's the thing or whatever. So we back to the PowerPoint. Yeah, you don't want to seem desperate. Okay, perfect. We back on the PowerPoint. Can y'all see the PowerPoint? Let me know. Perfect. All right. So here's the thing. We get them to reach out to us, right? By following the M3 method. Then you get to have a catch conversation. Catch works like this. The C stands for clarify why they are there. So somebody hits you up in the DM. They say, hey, I read your post. I'm interested in a mortgage. Awesome. Perfect. Well, what made you decide to reach out to me? Well, like I said, I read your post. But you want to clarify why they're there. And I love asking that question. What made you decide to reach out to me? One of the hardest things to get a human being to do is to make a decision. So we teach them that they're already making decisions from the get-go. All right. So then I'm going to say, cool, let me ask you a couple questions so I can get you to the right person. Okay. That's what A stands for, right? Set an agenda. The agenda is I'm going to ask you some questions. Okay. The T is to talk them through what they need. So I'm going to ask them a few questions that will allow them to tell me what they need. Okay. And so, like, for example, if I was selling real estate, I would say, what neighborhood are you looking to buy in? When are you looking to buy? What time frame? You need to already have these 5 to 10 questions already done. You should know them for your industry anyway. Do you need to sell the house that you currently live in? Have you been pre-approved with a bank? And lastly, what is your price range? Okay, that's like 5 questions that we need to ask to figure out what we're going to do with them next. Okay, and at that point, we can figure out whether they're in alignment with what they say. They say, oh, I want to live in Royal Oaks, but I'm looking for a $150,000 house. It's like, they don't exist in there, right? If they say, oh, I'm looking to move in the next 2 years, that's probably not a smoking hot lead, okay? But that allows you to qualify through them and talk them through what they need. Then the next thing is, once you figure out if they're qualified and what you need to do is you need to help them. You need to talk them through the pain, and you need to close them. That's when you call them to action. That's what the C stands for. So we got the first C, clarify. The second C is the A is an agenda. The T is talk them through, right? The next C is to call them to action, close them, give them an opportunity to do business. Awesome. Well, here's what I'd like to do for you. Will that work for you? And then the H is if they give you objections, the H stands for help them and handle their objections. Okay, that's where you should have your closer cards come in, to where you already know what objections you're going to get and how to handle them. That's sales 101. Okay, it's a simple catch conversation. It doesn't have to be complicated, right? And the best thing is that doesn't seem like a sales conversation when it's done properly, and you get to be the hero that they need, right? They reached out to you, you solved their problem. It gets to be that simple, okay? You got permission to sell them, you got a catch conversation with them, and you get to be the hero they need. So where are they hiding? They're hiding in Facebook groups. Think about that for a second. I'll show you over here on the Facebook side of things. T is talk them through the pain. I saw somebody ask that. Let me know that you guys can see Facebook right now. Okay, Facebook, good, perfect. So we can go over here and we can type in, I'm just going to use groups that I own. So if you're selling to small business owners, you still want to use the media marketing method inside a Facebook group. Okay, like look at Drewby's doing it. Hey, if your sales are down, you need more leads, right? This guy's failing. This looks like such an advertisement. It ain't shit, so I didn't get any engagement. Okay, like this guy, he's got a little bit of engagement. This isn't a super active group, but look, this is one of my clients. He's following the process. Okay, he got this guy 13 engagements. This is another one of my clients. He's following the process. See how my clients are doing this stuff the right way? This guy ain't getting shit, right? My clients are getting a little bit more than everybody else. Okay, Drewby comes through here and schedules all of his posts in there. This guy, boom. What you're doing is, here's the key though, and I'm going to show you guys some behind the scenes stuff that I've never showed anybody else. This is where the money is made in groups. I'm going to take you guys to the insights. So these are the top players in the group. Okay, these are the number one top contributors. Look at how they contribute. 5 posts, 178 comments. 4 posts, 152 comments. 10 posts, 107 comments. The money's made in the comments. Okay, the money is made in the comments. So let me show you why it's that way. Okay, so suppose that I walk into a room and there's a group of people over here, and there's a group of people over here, and I'm a group of people in front of me and a group of people behind me as I walk into the party, right? If I walk into the party and I'm like, Stewman in the house, come talk to me, everybody's gonna be like, dude, we're all having conversations already. That's not how we act in real life. In real life, what we do is we go over here to the people that we know on this side. We're like, what's up, dog? Give them elbows. Maybe we wave at them, right? I know right now we're social distancing, so we don't do shit, but you get the point, right? Then we talk to them for a few minutes. Then we go over here to the other conversation, talk to them for a few minutes. Then we go over here to the conversation, we talk to them for a few minutes. Then we go over here, we talk to them for a few minutes, right? And then guess what? Next time we show up at the party, we meet everybody. Next time we show up at the party, you show up and you walk in. You don't have to announce anything. Everybody comes to you and they're like, oh, Stewman's here. Hey, man, come hang out with us. Oh, dude, hey, what's up, man? We're good to see you again, right? That's how social, like real life social stuff works. The same thing works on social media, right? And I just showed you the stats. I just showed you the top contributors in the group operate that way, okay? Check this out. Let's go back over here. Just in this group alone, 84,000 people, 74,000 engagements in the last month, okay? 74,000 engagements in the last month. Think about the power of that for a second here. Let me pull this up. Can y'all see Facebook? Yeah, you can see Facebook. All right, perfect. 74,000. Let's go over to another group here. My group is hyperactive because I run it, okay? Here's small business, big thinkers. We can go over here to group insights. Look, 654 posts and comments and reactions in the last 30 days. And this isn't even a group that we're that active in, okay? But when you're an admin, you can see this. When you're not an admin, you can't see this stuff, all right? The next thing is LinkedIn DMs, dude. Look, my LinkedIn DMs are filled with stuff. Look at this. All day, every day. That's what LinkedIn's for, right? LinkedIn is not about, and look, I'm not a big focus person on LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is not about a news feed, right? Like LinkedIn, the news feed, look, like this 109, that's a lot. Most of this shit doesn't get any engagement. Look at it, like it gets hardly no engagement whatsoever. And you can't go back and find stuff on LinkedIn. It's just not getting, like, it doesn't work the same way Facebook does. But the DMs over here, look at all this. These are people reaching out to me. These are businesses and people that are in business that need business. Everybody that reaches out to you on LinkedIn, you could sell them a phone site. You could sell them a funnel, right? It's like, obviously, if you're tired of DMing people, you should probably get a funnel. Think about that for a second. Think of the power behind that, right? Dude, and it's all around us. It's not even something you have to go looking for. It's already there. So there's LinkedIn DMs. There's Instagram DMs the same way. I can't show you Instagram on the computer here because it just doesn't work that way, right? You guys can see the PowerPoint again, correct? Okay. Yes? PowerPoint? Thank you. Okay. Instagram DMs the same way. People reach out to you. All of a sudden, you got their permission to have a conversation with them. That conversation can be a catch conversation. The same thing when people email you. Dude, we get tons of emails from spammers and stuff like that. Dude, you can offer them, hey, instead of spamming people, here's a way that you can capture people's information in a better way instead of just downloading it from LinkedIn. Okay? So I want you guys to think about that. You can cash in by teaching business people the stuff that I just taught you. Right now, I'm bringing certainty to you guys. I'm showing you how you can make money and how you can run the game and start this stuff right now in the time when everybody's panicked and feared and distracted and everything else. I'm showing you how you can do it. I'm showing you exactly how I'm doing it and how I've done it for years, right? And listen, if we're on lockdown for the next 6 months, good. You got plenty of time all day, every day to be on front of the computer screen while everybody else is looking for the latest news. You get to be the person working the system that I just showed you. And when somebody's like, yes, you're interested, it's like, I'll teach you. Okay, not only will I get you a phone site, not only will I help you get a funnel, I will teach you how to use it, right? Then you get to sell them the funnel. It's like, let me show you. Dude, have you ever thought about using this? No, man, how do I do that? Well, let me show you this thing called phone sites, okay? It's that simple. Matter of fact, instead of me showing it to you, I can just build it for you for $200,000, $500,000, whatever that number is for you. Think about how many times a day, a week that you could do that on the side and make good money from it. Literally, we have created many, many, many millionaires from this process. That's how Drewby got a job for me, right? He started off, him and Chris McCoy, who works for me, they were selling people funnels. And I was like, dude, you guys are really good. I'm going to give you a full-time job. Now Drewby's making life-changing money. Chris McCoy's making more money than he's ever made in his life. So is Drewby, because this is how it started off, right? And then you get to coach companies too, right? You might be able to charge them a consulting fee and say, hey, this is how you do this stuff. Here's how you set up your stuff on social media. Here's where you're doing some things good, but here's how you can do some things great, right? So first of all, you get to teach, you get to sell the funnels, make an affiliate commission and make the commission money, and you get to coach companies, which you might charge a monthly retainer. I get paid as much as $75,000 a year to coach companies. And that's not like, oh, I did it like one time. No, I have 70 people right now who pay me between $50,000 and $75,000 a year to coach them. Individuals that own companies. Dead serious, okay? I have 40 people that pay me between $50,000 and $75,000, and then I have 70, maybe it's at 80 at this point, that pay me $25,000 to $30,000 a year. Then I have another 50 that pay me $10,000 a year, and then 800 that pay me $2,500 a year. Think about that. It didn't come overnight. It's come over the course of 12 years, but it's using the things that I just showed you guys. I'm giving you the game in a time of uncertainty. I just gave you certainty, and I made it real simple. Nothing I told you is rocket scientists. Nothing I told you, it takes an engineering degree. It doesn't take a tech degree. It doesn't take years of practice. I've done all the years of practice. I've got the tech degrees, the engineering degrees, all that shit that's needed to show you how easy this is to do it. This is how you can cash in on it. Even if you own a company right now, you could do it yourself. You could just do it for yourself. All this stuff works for your business as well as anybody else's. So maybe you don't want to focus on other people's business. Good. Fuck it. Focus on your own. Use this stuff in your own business. Go out and instead of knocking doors, knock on DMs, right? Instead of walking into offices, walk right into their fan page. Think of the power behind this stuff that I'm teaching you guys here. Okay. So now's the time. Your competition's worried. They're worried where the next paycheck's coming from. They're worried how they're going to get business. They're worried how they're going to knock doors. They can't talk to people. The offices right now, if you were to call Hilton in our business, you ain't going to reach anybody. Nobody's there. They're all online though. They're all on social media. If they're not at work, they're on social media. If they're not at work, they're in front of a computer, but they're not in the office answering that phone number. And I guarantee you, Harold in HR ain't got the front phone number forwarded to his phone. It just don't work that way. So while they're worried, you get to be certain. Also, they don't know this stuff, right? There's only at this point, there's probably 600 or 700 people still on this webinar. They don't know. They don't know what I just taught you. And it took me only an hour and a half to teach you all this stuff. So many people out there had no idea. Most of you that are watching this, you had no idea until I just showed it to you. And here's the other part is they put the work off. For years, I've been teaching social media training since 2010. And in the beginning, in 2010, people are like, oh, I don't know about Facebook, man. Facebook's probably not the thing for me, man. I don't know about old Facebook. Facebook's full of shit. It's just media. It's just a fad. They would all say it's just a fad. Come about 2015, people are like, hey, Ryan, will you still manage my social media for $100 a month? Hell no. It's $2,500 a month now. What? Yeah. You should have jumped on the deal back in the day, right? Like that they put the work off. And when you put the work off and you procrastinate, you end up getting your ass knocked off, right? Like the best time to plant seeds 20 years ago, I've said this already a few times, second best time is right now. So while your competition's still putting the work off, they're worried, they don't know, they got excuses, they're trying to make reasons why things don't work, you're all over them. They're fucked. They're screwed. And guess what? You're not, because I just armed you with information. I just armed you with information that will help you take your business to the next level. While people are glued to the screen, this is the best time to get in front of them. I showed you how to get in front of them, how to have a conversation with them, how to sell them something even if you don't have anything to sell, how to be able to sell something that you're already selling, how to collect data, the value of data. I just taught you the game, and your competition has no idea. So take the next step. Let me show you a few things, all right? I got this funnel closer program, okay? Teaches you all this stuff on how to sell funnels, step-by-step modules, the time, the plug-in, how to build them, everything. I got another program called Permission-Based Selling. I'm about to hook y'all up, called Permission-Based Selling. It teaches you the catch process, how to reach out to people, how to collect their information, how to email them, how to follow up with them, how to do it in a cool way, how to post on social media so people slide in your DMs. Just like I told you, the mortgage people that are watching this right now, y'all missed out on $2 million worth of business. You can model that same post, and if you know how to do it, you get $2 million worth of business too, okay? Look, phone site funnels are the way to make stuff happen, right? I showed you how to be a funnel closer. I showed you how to get people's permission. Phone sites funnels work. That's a cheap program, and you can get paid from our affiliate side of that too, so you can actually make money to be able to do this stuff. That's the beautiful thing of it. Then you can set up something called a ClickSo profile. Let me show you this shit real quick. You're going to love this. This is absolutely free. This was the first piece of software that I ever created. You can go over to clickso.com. And I'm about to change the name. Whoops. Literally, this microphone in my face is killing me. Okay, so if I go to clickso.com, you get started. It's 100% free. Nothing for sale here, okay? Here's what it looks like. Here's some of the people that are here. Okay, look, this is a website that gives people your social media information. Check this out. Let me show you mine. Here's the good thing is you can type your name in here, and when people search your name, this will be the first thing that shows up after about a month, because ClickSo's got huge SEO because I built this in 2014. Okay, look how I'm set up right here. It's a picture of me. It tells you what I do. There's my websites. Here's the social media channels I use. Very simple shit, right? Very simple to set up. Takes you 2 or 3 minutes to set up. It's absolutely free. There's nothing for sale, no upsells, no emails, no nothing. Okay, you just go right here, claim your free account, set it all up. But check it out. When people search for you on Google, this will come up, unless your name's like John Smith or something like that. But then obviously it's a little more competitive. But like ClickSo shows up really fast for SEO. So when people are looking you up, like you call, you leave a voicemail, they're like, who's Ryan Stewman? They go to Google and they look it up, and ClickSo shows up in the top 3, and they see how you're connected to Facebook. Okay, there's your Facebook connection. Boom, there's your profile. What's your business page? Oh, shoot, there's his business page, right? Oh, cool. What's his Instagram? There's your Instagram. So they can find you where they want to find you. What's his podcast? Oh, there's my podcast from my website. Oh, what's his LinkedIn? And you get the point. And there is 12 different social media channels, the top 12 social media channels that you can use there. Okay, I don't use them all. So like Snapchat's available, all that. I don't use that stuff, but it's all there. But dude, that's something that you can help businesses with. You can reach out and you can say, I'm gonna set you up a funnel. I'm gonna set you up a ClickSo so that you got authority online, because you can set these up for businesses as well, right? Let's go back to the main page and see if there's a business, right? Top shelf events. Boom, this shows up because it's got SEO. They just want their websites displayed here, but it's got SEO. So it'll show up when people search for them. You could set businesses up by doing this, and you could charge them money for it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. There's opportunity everywhere if you just look for it. That's the beautiful thing about this, okay? Now we're back on the PowerPoint. So here's the thing. You get all of this stuff, and now's the part when I'm gonna make you an offer, and then I'm gonna do the Q&A, okay? Funnel closers, typically $2,000. We discounted it, okay? Permission-based selling sold for as much as $997. Don't worry, that's not the price today. Just relax, okay? Phone sites for a year is typically $1188 if you get the full package, like the no limit everything, as many funnels you want, as many emails as you want, okay? We're going to throw in community commissions, which is how to sell inside of Facebook groups. That's my program where I teach you not only how to build groups so you can sell your stuff to them, but how to sell in other people's groups as well. To put it in perspective, last year I made over $2 million just from Facebook groups. No ads, no nothing. We don't run ads. We didn't run ads to fill this webinar up, okay? We're going to give you the G-code book, which I've got here on my desk with an autograph, okay? We're going to send you an autographed G-code book. And then we're going to send you a G-code hat as well, so you like repping it. All this is $4,710 worth of value. Like people pay $2,000 for funnel closer. They paid $1,000 for permission-based selling. They pay $1188 for phone sites, communicate. Like these are things that people pay, okay? But because I'm trying to hook you guys up today, you can get it all because I'm trying to help you out. But if you don't invest in yourself, I already know the game, you're not going to put the work in. So you can get all this for less than $1,000 today, okay? All of it. All you got to do, one payment, $997, you get access to all this stuff. There's tons of training on every single detail that you need to make for less than $1,000. Think you go out and you sell 2, 3, 4 funnels, you got your money back. You go out and you got residual income coming in from phone sites. All that. You can get it right now by going to hcwebinar.com/buy. It's that simple. Just go over to hcwebinar.com/buy. So what I'm going to do now, while some of y'all are going over there, is I'm going to pull up the chats and I'm going to let you guys in the chat ask me questions and I will answer your questions. We'll spend about 30 minutes or so here answering questions. But this is like for less than $1,000, like you guys can totally take charge of your life. This is it, man. Like this is the way things work. So use the thing, put them on a payment plan. Hit up Drewby, the guy that asked for a payment plan. So hit up Drewby, he'll hit you. If you have phone sites, what we'll do is we'll cancel your old one and set you up with this one, and you'll have it unlimited phone sites. So like we'll just cancel your old one and then we'll give you this one. And so phone sites is basically free with this. All right. If you're already on phone sites, it's all good. We'll make it to where it doesn't charge you monthly anymore. You get 12 months worth of phone sites. We'll make it to where it doesn't charge you anymore. Okay. What do I think about avionics? This is a tough industry and people aren't flying or doing upgrades. So I guess you would be selling travel if you're doing avionics or if you're selling private jets. Look, the rich are going to get richer right now. They're still going to take private jets if that's what you do. But if you're selling tools like aviation tools, then LinkedIn is the place to go find the folks on LinkedIn and have that conversation with them. TikTok, I'm sure it's worth using, but for me, I try to focus on what's working well for me. Okay. Do I feel like they would work in a deregulated energy market? Absolutely, man. You're out there and let's say you're selling electricity. I've got a lady who sells for Ignite, I think the name of it is, and she uses these processes. She's been a client for 6 years. She's one of the top producers at Ignite, and they sell electricity. That's what they do, right? If you make the funnel, you can direct lead information to what email you choose, including multiple emails. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Grandfathered in for life. I love it. As a newer real estate agent, would it be wise to refer people to loan originators with a post to not come off as hard selling? Absolutely. And then what you do is you create a syndicate with your loan originators to send them back to you. So like if you're a new real estate agent, you say, hey, right now might be the time to refinance your house. Okay. And then what happens is the real estate agent, what happens if you need to refinance your house? They hit you up in the DM, you talk to the loan officer and you say, hey, the people that you look at their information that need to sell their house or whatever, send them back to me, right? Like you got that. If you're already in Apex, you already got all this stuff. Don't even trip. For the Apex members, I'm giving y'all all this stuff anyway. So you guys don't even worry about this. You can get access to it all anyhow. So it's just part of your deal. If you've only been in Apex less than 6 months, you won't get it until you're in there 6 months though. Okay. Just so that you guys know. Because I want you to build the machine. Somebody asked about Apex. Now there's a few of y'all on here. I want you to build your machine first. So you won't get this stuff until you're 6 months out, but yes, you can get it all. Right here. I'm not a paid spokesperson, but I sold 3 funnels last year for 500, 500, and 1,500. Think about it. You sell 3. This guy right here has double 150% ROI on his money. Does phone sites do email marketing? Absolutely it does. Phone sites absolutely does email marketing. And it's unlimited emails. The system that I'm giving you is absolutely unlimited emails. So you can send out as many emails as you want. As many people opt in. You can set up a 2, 3, 5 year sequence if you want, right? Why is phone sites better than ClickFunnels? That's a great question. It's not that it's better. Let me explain the difference. ClickFunnels is made for people with massive tech skills, okay? I love ClickFunnels. I like Russell Brunson, okay? ClickFunnels, they say yes to everything. People say, hey, will you build this? Yes. Hey, will you add this to it? Yes. Can we do this in it? Yes. And they made it to where it's too complicated for the average person to figure out. Okay, it is. It's just too complicated for the average person to figure out. So what I did was I created phone sites and people say, hey, will you add this? No. Well, hey, could you put this fancy thing in there? No. I made it to where it's simple and easy. Because listen, let me put it to you this way. ClickFunnels is like MySpace. We left MySpace. Here's why we left MySpace. Because it was too hard to code in Nickelback playing and unicorns with glitter farting in the background every time that you turned on a MySpace page. We left MySpace for Facebook because in the beginning, Facebook was super easy. You're like, oh, Facebook, you make a post on the wall? That's it. Okay, that's simple. I understand it. Bam, that's all it took. So phone sites is like Facebook, whereas ClickFunnels, and no disrespect, I like ClickFunnels, but it's more like you have to be tech. You have to know code. You have to do all this other stuff. So Jared Havens, he says, purchase. Thank you very much, Jared. Do you think the free digital book as a lead will work well to sell a $9.97 product? Hell yes. Absolutely. Like I have sold, like I have a 2 Comma Club award on my wall where I sold Elevator to the Top was the book. And I sold over 100,000 copies of it, by the way, for like free plus shipping, which was like $5. And then on the back end, I sold permission-based selling and funnel closer. And so, yes, and permission-based selling at the time was $9.97. So yes, absolutely. You can use things are cannabis friendly with us. Absolutely. As long as it's legal, you can't be selling dope out the house and shit like that. But yes, if you're in California or one of the states where it's legal, then absolutely. The only thing about that is you can't run ads on Facebook for cannabis, but you can post it in groups. You can post it organically. So absolutely, we're cannabis friendly, even though I don't personally use cannabis anymore. As long as you're doing it legally, so you have a legal license to sell it and everything, then absolutely. If you're just slinging dope out the apartment in South Dallas, it ain't gonna work. How can we get better at creating content, and what is good content? Okay, how can we learn to write copy? I just did a copywriting class for our Apex members, and I think there's 4 things you have to do to learn to write copy. Okay, number 1 is you got to learn how to write emails. Number 2 is you got to learn how to write social media posts. Number 3 is you got to learn how to write a sales page. And number 4 is you got to learn how to write a blog post. You can go to sites like Medium and Tumblr and write blogs for free. You don't have to go pay to get a WordPress set up or anything like that. But the key is in creating content, and I'll just give you real quick, is like go on, like if you're selling to entrepreneurs, go to entrepreneur.com and read some of the headlines and model them, right? If a headline on entrepreneur.com is, you know, XYZ small business lender made $1 million using this, like, and it's got a bunch of shares, that's good content. So figure out how you can write something similar. Don't steal it. Don't copy and paste it, but just model it. Like figure out how you can write something similar to that. When in the beginning, when I couldn't think of headlines and I wasn't that good at content, I would just go to big sites that already had content and I go, oh, that's a good idea. Matter of fact, let me tell you this. In the mornings, I write a post on Facebook every day at 6:30 a.m. Sometimes 7, but sometimes 5:30, but always early in the morning. I know my audience wakes up early, the people that I want to mess with. And B, I created a habit. And so what I do is I get in my truck and I drive to the gym. On the way to the gym, I listen to motivational music, a podcast, an audiobook. By the time I get to the gym, I got some ideas. I prime the pump. I got some ideas coming in. And so what I do is I say, oh, okay, that's a good idea from that podcast. I'm going to talk about my experience with that. And that's how I make my post every morning. I just gave you the game right there. It's that simple. Right here, it says, I'm an abstract artist. And in my first few years of business, have you seen success with artists? Hell yeah. So I had a guy that has done a lot of paintings for us here in the office. And I taught him the game. I helped him make, I think he was making $25,000, $30,000 a month. Selling copies, not even the original copies, not even the original prints, but copies. He was selling them. He put a funnel together. They would order it for him because you can tie this into Stripe. You can tie it into PayPal. You can tie it into an order form. It's real simple. And so he would show a picture of it on his Facebook and say, hey, if you'd like to order one, use this. If you want to look at how to make money in the art world, look at Iconic, IKONIC.com. Those guys make millions of dollars a month, millions, like 5 million a month, maybe 10 million at this point. I know the guys very well that own the company. They are fucking crushing it with art right now. And so all they do is they run ads, because you can run ads to phone sites too, right? You can put it in groups, you can put it on your page, LinkedIn, sell it to people. You can run ads with it, dude. So like you got it. You know what I mean? If you got good art, which I believe that you do, then shit, it's real easy to go and run ads to it, to share an example of your art and sell copies. Say, hey, the original is 10,000, but if you'd like a copy, it's $500. Here's where you can order them, right? But follow the M3 method, the media marketing method. Make sure that you're not always just pushing your art. Maybe you talk about art. Maybe talk about something that's engaging and interesting to people at the time. So I want you to think about that as well. Jace, that's a good point, Jace. We also, the way that it works here is once you guys get signed up, we don't just give you a login and hope that you make it. Once you get set up with phone sites, Jace or Zach will call you and help you build your first phone site. They're going to help you do it. It's all part of it. It's free part of it. They're going to help you build your first phone site. When you buy these programs, there's people on my team that are going to call you and they're going to make sure you got your login, make sure you know how to use it, make sure you're part of the right group and community that we have set up, because we've got all the groups set up and everything else, right? So we're not one of these internet marketing companies that as soon as you buy from us, it's like, hope you got your login. Like, no, we're going to hit you up, get you on the calendar and get you set up in our system and make sure that you got it. We want you to win. This isn't about, like, listen, if I did all this stuff for free, you guys wouldn't take action on it. This is about we got to make profit for the time here. That's part of it, right? I got payroll to make and everything else, the people that I support here and that people are going to work. But we're about helping and empowering you guys. Okay, I'm always just honest to a fault. But I pay people full-time, lots of money, like good money, just to help our clients. Just so that when you get signed up with us, you don't just get a login, you get somebody helping you. You get a success. They're not customer service. They're success service professionals. They want to make sure you know how to log in. They want to make sure you know where the videos are. They want to make sure you know how to get your hands on the software and that you're part of the community. They'll introduce you, all that stuff, man. We got you hooked up. Private fishing trips. Absolutely. Actually, we have quite a few people that do guided, I guess that's probably what you're talking about, guided fishing deals. We actually have quite a few users that are doing that. Picture you, like I'm from Texas, so picture you in a big old largemouth bass, you got it. We actually built one for a company that is in Louisiana that they go red fishing. That's like a big thing down there to go catch redfish. Apparently, I'm not a fish eater. I like fishing, but I don't like eating it. I usually catch and release or give it to somebody who's hungry. But we built them a funnel for going out and doing private fishing trips for redfish. So yes, it works very well. How are the businesses filling the funnel we set up on funnel sites, right? You teach them. That's the key. You teach them how to market it. You say, hey, here's how, the same thing that I taught you today, you teach them. It's really, really that simple, you know? Does it look like spam if I consistently post photos of my work on my personal page? No, like, yes, of course. Are you not paying attention? What I said was you want to use the M3 method, right? You want to do 5 or 6 posts of good stuff that's just inspirational, that helps people out, that's personal, that's entertaining, that's funny, whatever the case, and then 1 post related to business. But you need those other 5 or 6 posts first before you can post for business, okay? You have very engaging social media content. Any copywriting tips? Just went over that. Which program teaches us how to sell funnels as an affiliate? That is Funnel Closer. That's the one that does that. Funnel Closer is the one that specifically teaches you how to sell funnels as an affiliate. Can phone sites be used organically on Facebook since it don't like people clicking links? Well, yes, absolutely. We have tons of people, including myself, that do it every single day. But remember, if you were watching earlier, I showed you how to make it to where the link doesn't show up, right? Like people got to keep reading and then click a link. That also tells Facebook that that's not a link. And then even to take that one step further, and you'll learn this in the programs too, in more detail, is you can actually write the post and put post, and then go back and edit the post and put the link in it. And then Facebook doesn't reassess. Okay, so once you posted it, Facebook goes, okay, this is all words. So then you could go back, edit it, and add the link in it, and Facebook doesn't reassess when you edit. So it's pretty awesome. For health insurance, dude, we got a client the other day that came in here, and he sells individual health insurance plans for solopreneurs. And in one post in one Facebook group, got 16 leads, and I don't know how many policies he's closed from it because he's been busy and I haven't talked to him. But absolutely, right now, health insurance is huge. Think about it. Like, people need it. People are worried about it. Like, dude, now, Matt Butler, now is the time to strike in the health insurance business for sure. So thank you for all that. We love Apex, and we are Apex people. Matter of fact, the health insurance guy's right there. He just typed in, we like Apex. We are Apex. Ryan, David Dyer from Vancouver. What's up? I have an indoor air quality company. My concern is coming off like a scavenger by posting a system that removes pathogens from the air. You know what I would do if I had an indoor air quality company? I would target smokers. I would go to groups of cannabis people, and specifically groups of cannabis people, and I'd find people that that smoke in their house that in states that aren't legal, and I would sell to them because they need to clean the air. So if the cops come knocking on the door, it don't smell like pot in there. I would go find people that smoke cigarettes that have kids, and I would say, hey, you know what? It's one thing if you want to smoke cigarettes, but have you ever thought about the air in the house that your kids are breathing? Here's a way to remove the pathogens from the air. I would go find people in groups that work selling home hospice and stuff like that, and I would hit them up as well. So, dude, that's huge, man. You just got to think about your audience, man. You'll learn this in the program. But like the key is to know your audience, know how to put an offer in front of them. And I teach you how to structure all that stuff and everything else inside the program, especially permission-based selling. But once you know your audience and you know how to structure the offer in front of them and how and when to get it from, like I said earlier, I post first thing in the morning because I know my people wake up early. I don't post at 10 a.m. my first post of the day because I'm not messing with people that sleep in. I'm selling to people that are driven, that get up without an alarm clock, you know? It's easy enough to make sites on the POT. Yes, it is. Phone sites is. There have been lots of people that have made websites in the time that they have taken a shit. You can literally, once you have made 3 or 4, you can literally make a phone site in 5 minutes. Literally, that's all it takes. And the guys that are in the bathroom, not that work for me, but work in the office down the hall, they'd be in there for an hour. So surely they can make one. Is it possible to clone a funnel and give it to someone? Yes, absolutely it is. All they got to do, you share a link with them, they click the link and it builds it right there in front of them. Yes, it's so easy. Once you've built a funnel, so like just like the templates you saw from us, you can actually build a funnel and that, you know, this works for roofing, this works for real estate, this works for health insurance. Then all of a sudden, all you got to do is go and log into their account that you sold to them, click on that link and it'll pull that in and just change the other company's name with their name. So absolutely you can. How do you use the funnels for insurance or the finance industry with strict regulations? So you don't say like how much it costs or what the fees are or anything else. Is like, just like if you go to Google right now and you type in health insurance and you click on United Health's website, they don't talk fees and all the other stuff. They just say, hey, for a specialized quote, enter your information here, right? Like you guys are overthinking this. Right? You guys are worried about losing. You're not thinking about winning. And I'm not trying to attack anybody here. I'm just saying, listen to some of these guys. Will it work for me? Is it like, you got to believe like this will work for me if I do this. This will work for me if I do this. Like you can't focus on uncertainty and losing. You have to focus on, damn, this is something that I can put in my business. And I got like 5 different ideas on how it might work for me. Okay. Thank you, Chris, for posting all these people's questions. Drewby, how do you contact him about payment? Drewby will just hit him up in the DM on Facebook. He checks everything on Facebook. How can I use this as a real estate investor? People want to sell appointments, scared to meet you. So as a real estate investor, I'm guessing you're like a wholesaler or something like that. I would make an offer and say, like, first of all, if you have a house for sale, then you can obviously list it on there. Make sure you follow the M3 method. But if you're trying to get people to hit you up, I would go into different Facebook groups for homeowners, for people that are having garage sales. Like if someone's having a garage sale, there's a good chance in 2 things. They're about to buy furniture or they're about to sell their house. So you could post down there. It's like, hey, I see that you're having an estate sale, selling everything inside of the estate. If you decide to sell the house, I make cash offers, enter the details here, and then drop a phone site link with name, email address, asking price for home, square footage, how old the home is, year that it was built, address, like all those things. So it does work for life insurance and retirement. We've already got that. Excited to join Apex. We're glad to have you. No crack funnels. No, please, no crack funnels. I've had enough problems with crack. Not that I've never smoked crack in my life, but I have a crack house that I'm just about to sell that I had to rehab. It's a pain in the ass. Will this package be able to walk you through some things and stuck? You need more guidance. We got a whole community right here. It says, with this package, we'll be able to have someone on your team help walk us through the things if we get stuck or need more guidance. First of all, we're going to walk you through on the front end. And the best part is on the back end, we've got people in a network of like with Funnel Closer, the group in itself has like 700 or 800 members of people that make money doing this. Some of them for a living, some of them have made millions, and they will help you. We will help you. We check the groups every single day. So let's see here. If you guys think about this, you got DMs, not DMs, you got voicemails and texts from me. The way that you got voicemails and texts from me is that I use phone sites to collect your data over the years, right? You opted into different things that I've given you guys. So you have access to the phone site support team all along the way as well. $9.97 is it feasible at this minute? How long is it good for? All of this comes down this weekend. Just being honest, this isn't a forever thing. This is typically something that we have no problem making $4,000 from. Our business is doing good. And so the $9.97 offer, it ends on Sunday at midnight. I'm glad that you asked that. So a few of you have asked that as well. There's not a monthly subscription, but there is a payment plan that we can get you on for a couple of months, but we're not going to spread it out over a year. We'll probably do probably 2 payments, something like that. Listen, the cheaper we make it, the less likely you are to do the work. And really, and I'm just being honest again, I talked to a guy earlier that was like, hey man, 3 days ago, I just bought this program. It isn't the programs we're talking about here. He said, 3 days ago, I just bought this program. Now I'm worried about this, that, and the other. What if my business falls apart? Can you extend the payment plan out for 90 days? And he was saying, can I postpone his second payment? He just bought it 3 days ago. Not this program, a different program. And it was actually cheaper than this. And I'm like, dude, look, I'll just give you your money back. If you're that worried, like, I don't like you're betting against yourself if you think it's going to take you 90 days before you can make money from this. You've already convinced yourself that you've lost before you even begun. So let me just give you your $399 back. and you go on about your business and we'll call it good. You know, I was very nice to the guy, but you can't think like that. You can't think, you know, how can I do payment plan on this? You have to think like this. I'm going to go in, I'm going to do whatever the fuck it takes. I'm going to put in the hard work and I'm going to make my money. That's it, period. No other questions. See, if you were here in the very beginning, you see there's wins and loses, right? There's wins and losses, right? And if you focus on the loss, you will always lose. If you focus on the win, like my buddy that played for the Dallas Cowboys last year, right? He played for the last 3 years. He's #1 cornerback in the league, right? He just got the biggest contract in history of a cornerback. He didn't start out that way. He went in, he said, I'm going to play for the Cowboys. And whether we win or lose, I'm going to put in hard work. We'll work harder than anybody else out there. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And he just got the biggest, it's all over the news, $85 million contract, $57 million guaranteed, right? Because he wasn't focused on the fact the Cowboys had a losing season. He didn't go play for them in the fact that they might lose. He went in and he said, I'm going to do everything I can do to be the best at what I'm supposed to be the best at. And dude just got a huge payday. Okay, that's how winners think, guys, right? That's how winners think. Okay, let's see here. Drew B. Wilson on Facebook. Is this good in Canada? Yes, we have actually quite a few Canadians that use our stuff, dude. We actually have the biggest email marketer in Canada as one of our clients. And so absolutely this works very well. Is Phone Sites designed so that the average person can use it? Why would it not be in the interest of the business owner to cut out the middleman and make the funnels themselves? Great question. You know, first of all, people are lazy. Second of all, a lot of people will say, you don't have to tell them it's that easy. First and foremost, you don't have to say, oh, it's super easy. You just make it for them. And if you know, second of all, again, you don't have to tell them it's that easy. You don't have to tell them the software. You're like, all right, give me your credit card. You get signed up for everything. Boom, go through the process. And we teach that. But here's the other thing is most people are just lazy, right? You got an opportunity to do something they won't do. And for $200 right now, restaurants, they need people on a database so that when they open, they can email them. Restaurants are a low-hanging fruit right now to crush it. Selling restaurants, hey, for $200, I'll build you a phone site funnel. All right, cool. Boom. Dude, restaurants need it because it's, and tell them, hey, as soon as you open, you're going to be able to post this on your page. As soon as you open, you'll be able to send an email out saying you're open. You'll get people right back in the door. Right, dude? It's that easy, ladies and gentlemen. They're running traffic to the funnel from groups and pages already. If they're already connected with them, what's the major advantage to having their email address also, especially with lower email open rates? Well, you're not just collecting, that's a great question, but you're not just collecting emails. And if they're in their groups and stuff like that already, what if Facebook shuts down your group? That happens. What if Facebook kicks you off or you get a 30-day ban, right? Like what if something like that happens? It's always good to have as much data as possible, names, email addresses, phone numbers, home addresses. You can send them direct mails, text message, slide broadcasts, robo dials, emails. Like you got to think of the big picture. You can't think like sales is not about like boxing. Okay. Boxing, you got one thing, 2 arms that you're swinging at somebody. Sales is MMA, right? Like most people, they're in sales and they're like boxers. They're good at one thing, swinging their arms, right? Face to face, door knocking. Facebook groups. Sales is MMA, right? You need to be good at emailing people, writing copy, making posts on social media, building funnels, speaking from the stage, getting people engaged, going door to door, getting on the phone, making cold calls, sliding into DMs, making offers, direct mail. That's what sales is about in 2020. So restaurants, now that they can have, I just addressed that. I was a little ahead of my time there. That's awesome. Apparel decorators. Yes. So I'm guessing that you're talking about people that decorate homes. Absolutely. The M3 technique, posting on a, so right now, the way that I see it is if you haven't already built a big following on your business page and you're not paying for ads, like the only time that we do stuff from our business pages is if we're running ads. But like people do business with people they know, like, and trust, right? They want to do business with you. When I was a loan officer, people didn't do business with the bank. They did business with Ryan Stewman. Right? I'm the owner of Break Free Academy, but people do business with Ryan Stewman. I'm the owner of Phone Sites, but people do business with Ryan Stewman. Right? Drewby, they're not doing business with me. They're doing business with Drewby. Right? That's how it works. So I already addressed that. It says, I see my Apex Entourage doesn't have access to all the courses that I had before. Now it's only 3 courses. Why is that? Because we have you guys set up to build the machine. So if you have not built your machine, it does you no good. And part of building the machine includes all this stuff anyway. So obviously you haven't logged in there for a while to notice that because we did that 4 months ago. So you got to get it together, whoever that is. It doesn't say Chris copied and pasted it. You got to get that together. You haven't been doing the work. Now's the best time to start planting those seeds, but build the machine. That is what you need to do if you're an Apex. We took it away from everybody in November, buddy. Okay, so if you're just now figuring that out, that's not good. And it takes you 6 months to build the machine, but it's a lot more detailed than these programs because it's set up properly. So get in there and build the machine. Stop procrastinating, damn it. You're one of our Apex. That's not what winning looks like. With the see more on Facebook post, is that text only? Nope, it works for videos. It works for pictures. You can do it for anything. So you do it for website links, but I showed you that that's not a good idea. Commercial roofing, best place to advertise, right? Inside of investor groups. People that do commercial investing, probably going to rehab them. They're going to need commercial roofing. We actually had a guy that, we actually have quite a few people that use our stuff that do commercial roofing. So get on that. G-code this week. Yeah, and I'm going to send you guys that buy this an autographed copy of the G-code book. I am slinging too much gold. I give too much away. I'm a nice guy though, man. What type of offer would you have during solar for all of this? You know, with solar, the great thing is it's going to be mandated. You know, hey, what if the electricity gets shut off in your neighborhood? What if something happens because of the pandemic and electricity gets shut off in your neighborhood? Here's how you can use solar to still be on the grid in your own personal grid. So I would sell them something along that, right? Martial arts business coaching program. I just said the guy that got the karate funnel, 62 leads over the weekend. Buy the program. It'll show you exactly how to do all that stuff. Dude, karate schools are perfect for this. One of my buddies, Jeff Ducharme, owns like 60 different karate schools, and they all use these. So that's like perfect. The customer would buy the phone site membership, but the way that you can do it, and you'll learn this in Funnel Closer, is you just sign them up through your affiliate link. And dude, like, think about it. People aren't going to, like, most people aren't going to go in and learn tech. That's just not their thing. They're business owners, and they make the same excuses that some of y'all been making forever. It's like, oh man, you know, like I'm just not a tech person. Cool, I got you. Don't worry, but I need you to sign up for this software. Don't tell them it's super easy, takes you 10 minutes. Don't do any of that. Just say, I need you to sign up for the software. Here's my link, which when you get in the program, you'll get an affiliate link because you can make residual. You can make $200 up front and then $25 or $50 a month in perpetuity for this. We just wrote somebody, like, I think a $3,000 check that's been selling this for a residual check, by the way, from phone sites that's only been selling phone sites through this program for 2 months. They did 71 sales in 2 months, and now they're making $3,000 a month in perpetuity forever from our program, right? That's a house payment. So, all right, just launched a quality funnel. Oh, that's Drewby, gotcha. The manufacturing, selling machinery. Dude, we got people that sell chemicals, people that sell machinery. We got print companies, dude. We got everything. It's awesome because pretty much like every industry that's out there, we've got 30, I think I showed you 30 or 40,000 different sites that have been made. It's pretty much every industry out there that we've used. So I could sit here, dude, there's 99 plus more messages I could sit here and go through forever. The key, guys, is go to hcwebinar.com/buy. Get your hands on this stuff. We're going to help you. We're going to support you. We're going to walk you through it. I do see on my phone there's been quite a few people that have already taken advantage of this. So be patient as we set up times with everybody. We'll probably put you guys in like groups of 4 or 5 to where we get you guys locked in pretty quick. It's $9.97. You got nothing to lose, man. You sell 2, 3 funnels, maybe even 1 funnel. You make 1 sale if you're a real estate agent, a loan officer, dude, then you've double, triple, quadruple, 10x your money. This is like a brainless investment if you really think about it. But you have to think about how you're going to win with this, not what if you put money in and lose, not what if you put money in and it doesn't work. We've proven it works. I'm proof it works. Drewby's proof that it works. Our whole entire funnel community, funnel closer community is proof that it works. Like, there's no 1-star reviews on me. I'm not on the ripoff report. We deliver, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we do. We're people of integrity that give a fuck. Okay? Even if you don't buy, which would be ludicrous, but even if you don't buy while we've been on this thing, okay? Think about this for just a second. Even if you didn't buy from us, I delivered so much value to you guys that you have no excuse not to go out there and crush it. So with that being said, thank you guys for showing up. That's the end of the 2 hours that I promised you that we will be doing this for. Thank you for everything. And you guys, let's go win. Let's go be focused and do what winners do in times of uncertainty. Let's be certain. Later.